Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked.
It seems to run on some form of electricity.
And it was wrong. It was a bad call, Ripley. It was a bad call.
Bad call.
Some are good for fighting, others for dying.
It's Just Two Movies.
And welcome back to another episode of It's Just Two Movies. I'll be your fucking host, Birdman. And with me today is my good friend... Hey. Oh, shit. Hey, what's up, dude?
What the fuck are you doing in here?
I was just practicing.
All right. Oh, yeah. You ready to kick into it? All right. Welcome back to another episode of It's Just Two Movies. I'll be your host. My name is fucking Birdman. With me today is my good friend Daniel King.
Heyo, I'm Danny, and I love boobies.
I'm Birdman. I also like movies. Probably why we're such good friends.
And movies.
Yeah.
We also like...
We do like movies. We like movies. Movies and boobies and
Movies?
Scooby Doobies. And,
oh, dude. For real, do you like Scooby-Doo? The cartoon? Not really.
Yeah, I don't know.
I grew up on that shit, I
Yeah,
guess.
me
so
too.
It's
Me
kind
too.
of nostalgic, I think.
I had a phase where I got really into retro cartoons.
Oh, okay.
So I was all about like Johnny Quest was my shit. And I was
gotcha.
a little old for it too. I was like 14. And I was like, man, you guys ever seen Johnny Quest? Shit is crazy racist. And it kind of is a bit. All right, well, if you're not familiar with the show, what we do here is we take a look at two movies. But we don't just look at them. We watch them
as well.
in their entirety. Sometimes for better, sometimes for worse. So we traditionally will look at one movie, which at least one of us thinks is a great movie, and just something that you would normally recommend to other people. Like, hey, if you haven't seen this, it's fucking excellent.
Watch it. It's great.
And then we try to find something that has something in common with the good film, but is traditionally reviewed as a fucking awful,
Piece of shit.
terrible, just god-awful, stinks.
Mm-hmm.
It's shitty.
Yep,
It's like
it's got a little-
it's like poop from a butt.
Yeah.
You know, it's real bad.
Mm-hmm. And we're 15 years old.
Yeah, or however old makes us interesting, as previously stated. We are of an ambiguous age group, so, you know, my Zoomers, my Millennials, my Boomers, just tune on in, man. It's good, wholesome fun for you all.
Y'all.
Or
you.
if you're from the local area, yins.
Yins.
So before we really dig into it, what's been up, bruh?
It's been a few weeks since we've seen each other, right?
Yeah, I
Has it been
haven't
3
seen
weeks?
you in a while. You live such an exciting life. You were working previously at Six Flags, and then you went on some sort of expedition. Would you care to like touch on any of that, or?
Funds were a little tight at the time, so I took the job at Six Flags, and it's been a dream of mine for as long as I can remember to be Bugs Bunny. Not just dress up like Bugs Bunny, but actually...
Like, to actually be him.
Yeah.
Are you talking like classic Bugs or like sexy lady transvestite Bugs?
Maybe a little bit of both.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. And then they shorted my pay, so I had to quit. I went to a cave.
Okay.
That's what they tell me.
Okay.
I kind of blacked out.
Yeah, I know you sent me some pictures of like a
Yeah.
sacred
It got really weird after Six Flags.
Okay.
But joined a cult.
Which one?
The fucking the bird. I don't know. I don't have anything for this.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what to-
Thought maybe you might just have some gold on
I
the
wish
tip
I
of your
did.
tongue. All right, so this was your week to pick the movie. What would you go with?
Yes. I went with...
Just in case people can't read the title of the episode, for any of our literary challenged friends out there.
Yeah, I went with 2006, The Defarted.
The Defarted.
Yeah. Well, it's called The Departed.
Right. The Departed is a much better title, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to refer to it as The Departed.
From here on out.
Right.
And maybe sometimes throw like a...
Because farts.
Yeah, just farts. Because we are,
However
as you
old.
mentioned, questionably, we could be 15. Who knows? Who knows where we get our hands on all these delicious beers at our age?
We decided to do an episode about... I don't know what you want to call them. Mob,
like
mafia,
mob type gangs,
gangster, gang.
Yeah, sure. You can hang pretty hard and loose with
Yeah,
gang movies. You know what I mean?
right.
But if you've not seen The Departed, it is a October 2006 release, directed by Martin Scorsese.
Who?
Martin Scorsese, with his big bushy caterpillar eyebrows. It's got a 8.5 out of 10 on IMDb, 91% Rotten Tomatoes, 85% on Metacritic, and it did win 2 Academy Awards for Best Picture and Best Writing. The budget for this was $90 million.
Woo!
Yeah, 90 mil is a chunk of change. It still made more than 200 million profit.
Yeah,
After
almost. I think it was almost $300 million. Worldwide.
Yeah, the total was $291.5 million. But if you subtract the amount of the budget, that's profit 200 mil.
Yeah.
Stars Leo DiCap, my favorite actor ever.
Really?
Yeah, I think so,
Really?
man. I was watching
Okay.
that and I was like, he really, I think, probably is my favorite actor.
Yeah, I think he shines the most in this film. Like going back and watching it, because it's been a number of years since I've watched The Departed.
Compared to the other
sorry,
people
The
in
Departed.
this? Oh, The Departed. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, compared to the other people. I mean, what do you think?
I would agree with you, although this is a absolute star-studded cast.
It is.
And everybody that's in this is fantastic.
For sure. Continue.
So you got Leo DiCap, you got Matt Damon, you got Jack Nicholson, Mark Wahlberg,
Heyo.
Martin Sheen, Vera Farmiga.
Is it Farmiga?
I assume with a name like Vera, it's probably French,
Maybe.
or Italian.
Maybe it's Fartmija.
We'll go with Fartmija. Also has Alec Baldwin, and I included Ray Winstone in here because although he's not top billed, he is definitely in the movie a shitload and is probably one of my favorite characters.
Ray Winstone.
He's Mr. French.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
I almost included Kevin Corrigan. He's
the slick back hair.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was looking at him. I was like, man, he plays a great like shifty eyed dirtbag.
Yeah, he's in a lot of other stuff.
Mhm.
He's in a favorite show of mine called Fringe. Not Friends. Fucking assholes.
Where everybody sees supernatural shit. Is that?
But yeah, Kevin Corrigan. I almost included him. I mean, I'm talking about him now, but he's a great actor. He's not in the film a lot. He plays Leo's cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, star-studded cast. Just so good.
Yeah, it really is. So, do you want to cue us up with an elevator pitch for this?
Yeah, I'll go. Can I go straight off IMDb? I mean, is that okay?
If you want, I don't give a shit.
This is the short of it, because if you haven't watched this, it's a 2.5 hour film. There's quite a bit to it.
Yeah, it's
But
so fucking juicy, though.
It is.
There's so much like, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
But the short of it is, an undercover cop and a mole in the police attempt to identify each other while infiltrating an Irish gang in South Boston.
Which is hard because traditionally, as you may know, moles have terrible eyesight.
I can't see that fucker.
Yeah,
Would you come a little closer?
Just get a little. I'm doing a little mole things
if you
with my
can't
hands
see,
right now.
Yeah, you can't see him. He's doing it though.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a real mole? They're fucking weird looking.
I don't think I actually ever have.
Our dogs fucking kill moles all the time out here. So we see, they're much smaller than I would think they would be. But their hands are humongous.
Really?
Compared to the rest of the size of their body. Yeah, even like the small ones are fucking, I don't know, they're just weird little critters.
Huh. Yeah, I guess I've never seen one.
Yeah. That's never seen you either, because they have terrible eyesight.
All right, so when was the last time you watched this movie?
I'm glad you asked, because I figured it out. 2009.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was probably spring 2009.
How did you pull that out of your asshole?
Well, Alicia and I watched it after we moved into the apartment by ourselves. Well, I was living there alone, and then Alicia moved in with me, and that was when we watched it. Because I love movies. And I'd be like, have you seen this? Have you seen this? Have you seen this? Because that's just an obnoxious part of my personality, which is why I do it for a podcast.
Hey.
Because nobody's going to be like, shut up about movies, you fucking dick, because they won't listen to this thing, because it's clearly about movies. So we would go to the Blockbuster Video.
Oh.
Now, kids, there used to be this thing called Blockbuster Video, and now there isn't. So we would go there and rent movies, and that was the last time that I watched The Departed in full.
Okay. Well, going back to...
And then I put a baby in her by fucking her with my dick. And
damn.
Coming. Like, it was like coming.
Wow.
You know?
That's special.
You ever come in a pussy? You ever do that?
You know what that feels like?
It's pretty good. It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty good stuff.
Pretty neat.
Do you remember the first time you watched this?
Yeah, actually I do. I remember the very first time I ever watched this. It was probably about a year and a half prior, downstairs at the house when we lived in Florissant.
Oh yeah, Florissant. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was real drunk with, I don't know where everybody else was, because we lived in a big bachelor pad with, like, I don't know, a bunch of guys.
So did drunk Danny fully grasp what he watched?
I don't know that I caught on to all the twists and turns that are in it, but I tell you what I did catch on to is how sweet and fucking just brutal the dialogue and the action is in this by itself.
Mm-hmm. The reason I ask is because, I'm not going to lie, the first maybe 2 times I watched this, it's like, what the fuck just happened?
It's got a lot. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. It makes sense that it's 2.5 hours long because you can't trim any of this.
No, not really.
No, it's all pretty necessary because of the complexity of the storyline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as I watched it, I tried to imagine, okay, could I cut out 5, 10, 15 minutes of this? Not really. I mean,
if you really had to cut it for time, you could probably take 6 minutes off of it.
I was going to say like 5 or 6 minutes.
Then it's going to feel rushed.
Mm-hmm. I honestly don't remember the first time I watched it, like as far as what year it was.
Yeah.
It was probably shortly after it was released, but it quickly became a favorite of mine.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting going back now and watching it.
Yeah. It could use a polish, in my opinion.
It could.
It could use a polish, but other than that, fucking movie stands on its own. It's aged incredibly well.
Mm-hmm.
Although, lot of racial slurs.
Yep, racial slurs.
A whole lot of racial slurs. But it's Boston. Do they date it? It's not. Is it present day 2006 Boston?
I think so.
Are you from Boston? Write me and let me know. Are people there still super racist? It's just 2movies@gmail.com.
I think they are, unfortunately.
You think so? In
yeah,
Boston?
Boston's a pretty rough city.
We live in the heart of the Bible Belt. Like, people out here are racist as shit. But even I was like, woo-wee.
Who?
I don't mean it like that. Like, even I'm racist and I thought it was over the top. No, I'm not. No, it just, it seemed, I just don't recall it being quite that
that's
aggressively.
And that's what kind of surprised me.
But they're mobsters and good old boys and that kind of shit. So that seems like it would probably be common, even keel.
Yeah, because they drop a few hard Fs, and I'm not talking about fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And it surprised me. I was like, oh, shit, okay. We're taking it back to 06.
Yeah, they say French people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, man, I'm French.
Me too.
What the fuck?
Coward. Just kidding. Unless, historically.
So, before we go any further, I just want to mention the writers.
Oh, please do.
Just because, I always...
Academy Award for Best Writing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, please.
So, the screenplay was done by a William Monahan.
Okay.
A couple other writers that, when I looked, they didn't really get any other credits. They were just under writers.
Mm-hmm.
Felix Chang and Alex Mack.
I like it.
Or Mock, however you want to say that. So, yeah, I just wanted to include that because it's an important part of this film, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So, what'd you think of this on the whole? Like on your butthole?
Oh, shit.
Like on the whole, were you like, not as good as I remember it, better than I remember it? About the same. It's just still like just as entertaining as I recall.
It's definitely as entertaining as I recall. I feel like I probably put it on a higher pedestal whenever I was younger.
Yeah.
If I was to rate it right now, I'd probably give it a 9.
Thumbs?
Yeah, thumbs.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just jump straight into thumbs. That's cool. Yeah, okay. 9 thumbs. That's pretty solid.
I think so.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go... Jeez, man. I think I'm going to go 9.5. I mean, it's cast so well. The writing is phenomenal, which is one of my favorite parts. But even if you have the best writing in the world, if your cinematography and your directorial choices are all off, it's going to be a piece of shit. Oh, bushy brows Scorsese in the driver's seat, though. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Clearly. I think this is the second Scorsese film we've done on the show. It just it checks all the boxes for me.
Yeah, for sure.
If I could say there's one thing that I don't particularly care for, Jesus, I don't know. I don't know if there's a thing that I can find that I'm like, yeah, I didn't care for that.
For me, going back and watching it, some of it was the cinematography choices. Some of the camera work was a little weird for me.
Okay. Because I just watched this last night. Do you have an example that you could throw at me?
Just some shots that were kind of jarring, I think.
I do recall a couple of weird takes.
Yeah.
Like moving from this scene to this scene. There were a couple that I thought were just a little abrupt.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's my biggest complaint, but that's pretty minor.
Yeah.
But in some of the cutting from scene to scene was a little weird.
I won't knock it on my 9.5 thumbs rating for this, but if you do happen to watch this, it's currently streaming on Netflix as we're recording this. It could use a polish though.
Yeah, and
like a polish in a remastered re-release.
That would be nice
Blu-ray.
to see. Yeah,
I would purchase this movie.
I would buy that.
Yeah,
for sure. I do own it on a digital video disc.
You own it on a digital video disc?
Yeah,
I own it
or a digital versatile disc, as they also call it.
Oh wow!
But I do not own it on a Blu-ray.
I think my dad has it on a Betamax tape. a Betamax tape.
I actually have it on a quadruple double-sided vinyl.
Whoa. You have it on a series of 807 floppy disks? It's just JPEGs pasted together with subtitles. I love it. I don't want to say that I'm trying to change the form of the podcast, but I've been taking my notes a little differently. So if this episode turns out a little differently, we'll just see how it does when I go to edit it and publish it. I didn't really take like chronological story notes. They're more observations about things I liked or didn't like with a few little tiny markers for the storyline.
Yeah, I think that's where we work well because I take more storyline notes.
Right.
Short and sweet. But
well, the first thing I have is the movie starts with an anti-metaboly, which is a word I couldn't think of on a previous episode I recorded. An anti-metaboly is a turn of phrase just like sometimes you eat the bear, sometimes the bear eats you. And it's Jack Nicholson narrating. And he says, I didn't like my
environment.
Yeah, he's like, my environment tried to change me, but I changed my environment or whatever he says. And you've got a couple of racial slurs in there. It is dated, but it's in this like really charming way where it hasn't aged at all. Do you know? It's kind of hard for me to piece together what it is exactly I'm trying to say about it. Although we're now talking about a movie from 2006, it's 2021. It's been a stretch of time since this came out.
Right.
It's not like it's aged out at all. You can just see the actors that are in it and go, wow, they're much younger. But it still looks like a modern film. It could just use a polish.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's interesting to see Leo
with his baby face. That's what Alicia was saying. He's like, he's such a baby.
Right.
I was like, he's a super baby and like what's eating Gilbert Grape and shit like that. But
yeah, we get, it starts off with Jack Nicholson. And I think
I like the slow reveal thing they did where he like narrates the opening like 3 minutes or whatever it is. And you can't see his face the whole time. And he's trying to sexually assault that woman that works at the convenience store.
So the first thing I wrote is Jack Nicholson is a creep.
Oh yeah. Hey, you get your period yet? He just gives her some money to go buy some makeup. Like, I'm going to come back here and fuck you in a couple of weeks or
That
whatever.
A pretty good Jack Nicholson.
Yeah. I wish I could do his face. Leo does a great Jack Nicholson impression. You ever seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So I think I don't know if you agree with me on this, but to maybe not confuse the listener as much, maybe call them by their actual name as we're talking through this.
Yeah,
what do you think?
I didn't write down. I think I only wrote down their actual character names, like maybe once.
Yeah,
For each character, I'm naming them by the actors. If you want to know what their names are in the movie, you can either look it up or you can just watch the movie, which I wish you would anyway, because if you haven't seen it, it is spectacular.
right. And that's why we're doing it.
9.5 thumbs.
9. They're not poopy thumbs.
That's 18.5 thumbs.
18.5 thumbs, baby.
Collectively. Take 18.5 thumbs and stick them up your butt, tickle your throat. You know what I'm saying?
I like it.
You like it? Good. That's good. They're not girthy though, so it's
The next thing the next thing I have is, rewatching this, I was like, wait a minute. The kid actor for Matt Damon, he looks more like Mark Wahlberg than Matt Damon.
I still thought he was a really good choice.
No, he was.
Yeah,
for sure.
When they did the age up take to show him like present day, I thought that was done well, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I could see that. But as a child, he does look a lot more like Mark Wahlberg than Matt Damon.
Weird? Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. Am I remembering this film wrong?
You can't find a kid that was was just born like Jason Bourne. Oh, a little more of the Bourne identity.
Jason Christ, that's Jesus Bourne.
Oh my God. You get the Jack Nicholson slow reveal, and then you get a couple of montages like bringing you up to speed. Like, here's who Leo DiCaprio's playing. Here's who fucking Jack Nicholson's playing. Here's who Matt Damon is playing.
Matt Damon.
I can't not say it like that.
I know, right?
Matt Damon. Yeah, so you get a couple of montages. They're done really well. They like bring you up to speed really fast.
Well, and the biggest takeaway from this part is Jack Nicholson, and I'll say it right now, but I'm going to refer to him as Jack Nicholson throughout the rest of this.
Right.
His name is Frank Costello in the film. He essentially grooms Matt Damon.
That's a great gangster name, by the way.
Frank Costello.
Frank Costello.
Yeah, it really is. And then Matt Damon, his name in the film is Colin Sullivan. He grooms Matt Damon as a mole inside the Massachusetts State Police.
Really tiny little comb.
To groom a mole,
They have delicate skin.
They make them. You can find them on Amazon.
Yeah, mole combs.
Yep. The old mole company.
Paint their nails. Give them a nice perm, wrap their hair in a towel.
But they can't see how they look, so, I mean...
Doesn't matter as long as you feel beautiful on the inside. You can be a mole. It's fine. Just, don't dig up roots in my property. My dogs will fucking eat your ass. Checkers ain't. She don't play that shit.
She'll fuck around.
No, she gonna fuck around and find out how mole tastes, baby. Yeah. So I'm just fucking retarded. Yeah, Jack Nicholson is grooming him to be his inside informant.
Yep.
I thought it was cool. Like in the opening scene, he like gives the kid a bunch of change, tells him he's a good kid. Fucking you son of a bitch, and haha, look, I'm a cool, dirty old man, but I'm loaded and I'm gonna fuck this girl that's 35 years younger than me. I'll give you some change. Here's some comic books, kid. You're all right.
Call me if you want a job.
He's like, you like bologna and shit? He like buys him a grocery bag full of food. He just buys him a bunch of shit. He's like, yeah, call me if you want to make some money.
Which, obviously he eventually does. Damon graduates. He's accepted into the SIU, which I believe stands for Sexual Intercourse Unit.
Yep.
Right?
That's what I was going to say, sexual intercourse usually. But yes, those are both correct.
Usually.
Before you go any further with that, I think you know this about me, but I don't know if anybody else does. And if you're one of our listeners and you're from Boston, I do apologize. I don't want you to take this personally. Or go fuck yourself, take it personally. I don't really care because that's how everybody in Boston acts about it. The Boston accent, not my fave. It's kind of like nails on a chalkboard-ish.
Yeah.
It's tasteful enough in this movie, though. It's not
over the top.
It's not fucking Good Will Hunting. You know what I mean? That's a bit much.
Right.
I thought it was done tastefully. But you were saying?
Yeah, so like I said, Damon graduates and he meets with Marky Mark, Mark Wahlberg, and
Damon does?
Yeah, he meets with Mark Wahlberg and
Martin Sheen?
I almost said Charlie
I
Sheen.
know Leo meets with them.
They both meet with him.
Oh, they both do because they're
Yes.
both trying to get the same
They're
job.
both trying to get on at the state police.
Oh, and does
So Damon gets on. Matt Damon gets on.
and Leo also gets on.
No,
But-
not quite. I mean, so
He's on, but he's not.
they grill the shit out of Leo because Leo has ties to crime. His family has ties to crime.
Yeah, you got classic Wahlberg
Oh, dude.
bad cop being a huge dick.
This is the role for Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, just a dick cop.
And I want to say that it's, from what I can remember, it's one of, if not his best roles. Because he's in a lot of bad films.
I would say that's a very fair assessment. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we love him and the other guys. It's a comedy.
Where he kind of plays the same character.
But he also kind of plays the same character.
Yeah, he's just a fucking rage monster dickbag cop.
Yeah.
Which I wonder, I actually wrote here. Now, this is later in the movie. I'm running ahead on my notes here, but let me find this real quick. There's a bit where Wahlberg says to another cop in there somewhere, and he goes, yeah, who the fuck do you think you are? And Wahlberg replies, I'm the guy who does his job. You must be the other guy. The other guys. And I can't help but wonder if somebody was watching this movie and,
And they're like, you know what?
haha, yeah, we should get Mark Wahlberg as one of the other guys though. And we'll get somebody stupid like, I don't know, Will Ferrell. Yeah, and I can't help but wonder if that's maybe part of the origin of the other guys.
That's amazing. That's a good,
You like that pickup?
that's a good pickup.
You like that pickup?
I mean,
Ooh-wee.
I think now we're going to have to do the other guys.
We just do it right now.
Just do a matchup.
New York City. There's a fine line.
All right. So basically, they give Leo the choice. Do you want to help us or do you want to fuck off?
Oh. Thought it was a different choice. Just point to something in the room and I'll fuck it for you.
And they basically tell him he's going to go undercover for the police. And he's...
You want to be a cop?
You want to be a co-op?
Do you want to be a cop? Do you want to be a cop or do you want to pretend to be a cop?
This is how you're going to be a co-op.
Yeah, if you want to be a fucking cop, I'm not saying you're gonna like walking around looking dressed like you're ready to go invade Poland. So I'm asking you right now, do you want to be a cop? You know what we do here? You have no fucking idea what we do here. Because I'm a cop.
Not bad. Not bad.
Thank you. Carry on whilst I pour this tasty beverage.
Like I said, Leo goes undercover. They charge him for essentially a fake battery charge. So he goes to jail for a bit. He looks a little bit more official as being an undercover cop. And once he gets out, he goes to a bar. I love this bit. He goes to a bar and orders a cranberry juice.
Oh my God.
And the guy next to him says, it's a natural dietetic for women.
Yeah. What is it, your period?
They drink it when they're on the period. What is it, your period? And
he grabs the glass and just fucking caves this dude's skull in. He doesn't kill the guy, but
he fucks him up.
Jesus Christ, man. It is intent to kill him.
Yeah.
Like, there's no question about it.
You don't fucking say that to me.
No. Nobody asked you if you could what you talking to me? Listen, I used to be a cop.
And that is, as we were saying earlier, you included Ray Winstone, and that's who talks to Leo next. And he's like,
yeah, he beats the shit out of that dude. Like 5 other guys pull him off of him.
Right.
And then Ray Winstone comes out. He plays a character named Mr. French, who is like Jack Nicholson's right-hand man.
Yep.
And he grabs the guy and he's like, he gets him off of him. And he's like, hey, you know who he is? And he's like, no, I don't fucking know who he is. And he goes, you know who I am? And he goes, no, I don't know who you are. He goes, well, I'm the guy who tells you that there are people you can and can't hit. And he's the guy you can't hit. So don't fucking hit him. And then he's like, all right, now, what were you drinking?
What were you drinking? Yep.
He goes, cranberry juice. Was it your fucking period? So he orders him another cranberry juice and they sit down and, have a drink or whatever.
That's one of my favorite parts of the film.
My God, because he's not trying that shit with French, dude. That guy's...
he's mean.
He's built like a Rottweiler, but an old man.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many scenes where it just like cuts to him and he's fucking just absolutely covered in like blood and human viscera, and like it's like he's just was cutting the grass or something. You know what I mean?
That's just
it's
the
the
normal
middle of
thing
his
for him.
day. Like, hold on a second. Rolls up his sleeves a little bit, wipes some blood on his face, gets his clamshell phone. He's like, hey, okay,
Clamshell phone.
all right, sounds good. Yeah,
It's a nice callback.
It's all clamshell phones in
Yeah,
this.
exactly.
Which, by the way, if you happen to be in the industry, or if you're into like creative writing or fan fiction or whatever, an excellent way to actually help develop part of your story and to make things more believable, place it in a time period before there were smartphones, when not everybody had a computer in their pocket. Because I do see more modern things where everybody's got an iPhone and then they start to play dumb about something, and I'm like, you would know that.
Yeah.
You would know that. You have Facebook. You're a human being. I don't have Facebook. Oddly enough, not a human being.
Well, we're both aliens because I also don't have Facebook.
But you know what I mean. You would know those things in the social network ether, or you would have been curious about it at some point. So you
Just would have fucking looked it up.
You would Google it. You would say, "Hey phone, tell me a thing," and your phone would go, "Yes, of course."
Okay, so I guess essentially what this film kind of revolves around is microprocessors.
Microprocessors.
What are they, Danny?
What are they? You don't know. You don't care, because I forgot Alec Baldwin was in this as the captain. He's like, all right, people, listen up. Microprocessors. What are they? I don't fucking know. Sure as hell don't fucking care. But I know there's a lot of money changing hands in a warehouse down on 14th. Alec Baldwin was great in this.
Yeah, he's awesome. So
there's even a bit where Alec Baldwin flips out on a guy and beats the shit out of him.
Oh, yeah.
Did you catch it? And it was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was awesome.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah. We'll get there.
Okay, so Jack Nicholson's crew, they steal microprocessors to sell to a Chinese gang. That's essentially the biggest...
It's a MacGuffin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the thing that drives the plot.
Exactly.
It can be a whatever. And they made it a whatever.
They pretty much did.
Yeah.
Like, I just fucking picked that out of a hat. And...
What's the thing they're getting? I don't know. Draw it out. Yeah, pick it out of the hat. Microprocessors. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, could have been that. Could have been nuclear launch codes. It could have, like, pick a thing that's ever been in a movie that they're like, oh, we got to get the microfilm or, whatever.
Like it's going to be, if shit goes down, that's going to be a big fucking deal later.
It's a thing James Bond breaks into a place to get.
Yep.
There you go.
There you go. So yeah, that's kind of what our main plot is here. We see some shots of Damon. So this is where Vera comes in. I don't know if it's, like I said, I don't know if it's Farmiga or...
I would think it would be like Farmiga, but I could be wrong. You may know her more recently. She played Norma Bates in Bates Motel.
Yeah.
She's a good-looking lady.
Yeah, she really is.
Yeah.
She is great in this. Yeah, we get shots of Damon. I'm just going to call her Vera. He's trying to,
I called her psychiatrist lady.
Yeah, that's who she is.
Or Damon's girl.
Damon's girl. He's hot. He's hot for her. He wants to shake boogie. He wants to put his unit in a piece.
Yeah,
it's gonna get real hot and heavy.
You talking about Damon?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Damon and Vera, baby.
Yeah, he's in on it. I like the way he plays some of his like cool guy mind games on her.
Yeah.
Like he quotes Wagner. And she's like, oh, if you can tell me the rest of that quote, I might see you again. And he's like, who says I want to see you again? And she's like, there's a real weird, uncomfortable pause. And he's like, oh, nah, I'm just messing with you.
Of course I want to see you again.
Yeah, but it was convincing at the time,
Right. While all this is going on, Leo, he's fucking struggling, right? His mother just passed away. He's going through some shit.
Yep. But now he's undercover. And he reconnects with his cousin.
Yeah.
And then his cousin's like, listen, man, there's one more thing I got to ask you. And he said, come on, you going to make me fucking say it? I'm not a cop.
I'm not a cop.
Listen, I'm not a cop.
I'm not a fucking cop.
I'm not a fucking cop, okay? Yeah, and he's like, oh, okay, all right, cool. And then you get a cool little scene where Leo is in the original general store where Jack Nicholson was trying to bang the lady behind the counter or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And there are some guys from Providence, and they're in there trying to squeeze money out of the store owner. The store owner's like, man, fuck you guys. Leo casually walks up. He's like, excuse me, gentlemen. Walks up, pays for his sandwich he was eating or whatever. And he's like, you boys wouldn't happen to be from Providence, would you? And they're like, yeah, fuck you. And then he kicks the dog shit out of them.
He's like, you guys delivering pastries or something like that? And he just fucking beats the shit out of
Beats one dude with a fucking coat hanger.
Dude,
not a coat hanger, a fucking...
No, that's what it is, I thought.
It's like a stand-up wooden coat hanger.
Yeah.
Not like a coat hanger
and
you
he
hang
like
in your closet.
fucking stabs the dude with it. Like, I don't think he kills him, but holy fuck, dude. That was brutal.
Yeah, 2 or 3 more of those and he would... Yeah.
He would have been dead. Yeah. That was pretty fucked up.
So that kind of gets him in good with Jack Nicholson. He's somewhere else the following night. Jack Nicholson comes up to him and he goes, hey, why don't you come with me? And he gets him back in there and he's talking to him. Turns out Jack Nicholson knew his dad.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, yeah, I knew your dad. And he's like, oh, yeah? And he says, how is he? And he's like, he's dead. And blah, 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 something else about him. And he goes, yeah, that was always his problem. And Leo's like, who said he had a fucking problem? And Jack Nicholson very calmly is like, I said he had a fucking problem. He could have been anything that he wanted, and he worked at the fucking airport.
Yep.
So you can tell immediately Jack Nicholson cares about 2 things: money and power, and maybe getting his dick sucked. But I guess if you have money and power, getting your dick sucked is a given.
It's not that hard, I guess.
Yeah, probably not. But it really shows his colors. So Leo's got a broken arm. They're like fucking interrogating him shit. They break his cast off and like re-break his arm and shit.
Man, that was fucked up.
That is savage to watch.
Cause Jack Nicholson takes Leo's boot.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have to search him,
They're checking him for wires and shit.
And he fucking beats the shit out of him with his own boot. Like, I mean, his arm. Like, he fucking just goes to town on his arm.
And I mean, what kind of boot would you say that is as a man who knows a lot about boots? As a boot guy.
That's probably a Timberland, right?
Probably a Timberland? Looked like one to me.
Yeah. Not a boot guy.
You're my resident boot guy, so
not anymore, bitch.
Like if it's Pawn Stars and somebody brings in an antique boot, you're the guy I'm calling before I'm like, best I can do is $12.
Hang on, I got a boot guy. Let me call him real quick.
Let me call my boot guy.
Birdman.
You just come in, you're like hair all slicked back and shit. You got like a bunch of gold rings. Well, let me tell you, I know a little bit about boots in my day. Hey. Oh, man.
Oh, shit.
This movie's got fucking everything in it, though. There is even a Boston Garth Brooks knockoff.
What?
Yep, there's a Boston Garth Brooks knockoff. I didn't pause it and take a picture of it, but I should.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll see if I can find him after the show. Maybe I'll post it as a picture. Oh, it'll be the teaser.
Oh, there you go.
It'll be like the Thursday or Friday teaser for the episode. It'll just be Bostonian Garth Brooks. It's pretty great.
I guess I don't remember that bit.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of my favorite Leo moments because it's just such great acting. So Leo goes to the therapist, Vera, who is Damon's girl, because Leo has to.
The Verapist.
The Verapist. Nice.
Thank you.
And he's got this bit about his hand.
Mm-hmm.
You see my fucking hand?
Never shakes.
Never fucking shakes.
Never fucking shakes.
I'm sitting next to a mass murderer.
Yeah. Mass murderer. Your heart rate, jacked. Your hand, steady.
I don't know, just that whole bit. He's
just all of it, man. The whole thing's fucking... And she says the bit about... I'm pretty sure it was Wagner anyway, when she's like, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. So the Irish are impervious to...
I don't think it was, but I know the bit you're talking about.
Yeah, not Wagner, because Wagner's a musician, right?
Yeah,
Or Freud, I mean.
I just watched this. It was Freud.
Was it Freud?
It was Freud.
Yeah, the Irish are the only people that are impervious to psychological evaluation, pretty much. And Leo DiCaprio is also helping prove that point, I suppose, which I still don't believe is true. But anyway.
All right, so at this point, Leo's been in cahoots. He's been undercover for, quite a while.
About a year, isn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah.
And he meets with Marky Mark and Sheen. And he fucking pleads, man. He's like, I'm going, because he's losing his shit, man.
By the way,
he's starting to crack up a little bit.
Yeah. Martin Sheen looks like he's probably got hard candy in his pockets. You know what I mean? He seems like such a nice, sweet old man in this.
Yeah.
Like he's just like,
in this.
You want a candy? Here you go.
Here you go, youngster.
There you go. I tell you what. He takes out like a fistful of chains and picks out some nickels, and he's like, why don't you go get us a soda pop? I'll share with you. You bring us back a nice Pepsi. I'll get 2 glasses of ice out of the freezer.
Maybe get a couple ice creams, too.
Get us a couple of cones while you're down there. I want butterscotch if they've got it.
So, he meets with Marky and Sheen. pleads that they bust Costello. Like, dude, you've got enough shit on him. Just fucking bust him.
Yeah.
Like, take him down. Why?
But they don't.
They don't. They're trying to build a case.
It's all circumstantial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marky Mark, he tells Leo there's a spy in the SIU. He's like, you gotta just hang tight.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta give us some time.
Mm-hmm.
Let us figure this shit out so we can make a case. Do it right.
So one thing I thought about while I was watching this, you can see, like, over the course of like the year and 4 months or however long it is that Leo's undercover, you can see him like slowly starting to break down and like slip into madness because he's putting on this facade 24 hours a day about him being a violent fucking criminal loyal to a more violent, more fucking criminal. And you can tell that it's weighing on him a lot, and he's starting to break. And I think my takeaway was maybe the mask that we wear for public or professional relationships can weigh heavier corresponding to the personal contrast to the person that we wear it for. Do you know what I'm saying? Around certain people that act a certain way, you kind of behave a little differently to just keep the peace. Or as he says in therapy,
is that when he says
to keep it on an even keel?
Yeah, you lie to
keep it on an even keel.
Yeah.
And he's been lying for so long.
Damn,
about every fiber of his being. Mm-hmm. So because he is a good man, he is a police officer. He wants to serve and protect. He believes in public service and he believes in helping people.
Right.
And he works for Jack Nicholson, who is the scum of the fucking earth.
And he's also fucking crazy too.
Yeah.
So that's a really good insight.
Yeah, and I think that it's not to the same key as like if you work with 50 people and you go to work and one of the people is like overly excited every single day. So you to not make them seem so manic, you kind of match their energy. That sort of thing. That's not a very heavy mask.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But to be around something that is that opposite of you all day, every single day, and know that if you take the mask off or you slip and let it down for a minute, you'll get killed.
You're going to die.
Yeah, you're going to get, like, and not just killed, though. It will slowly and methodically break every bone in your body and then hack you to pieces with a set of garden shears.
I think I had read a bit, I can't find it right now, about Leo talking about his role and just how tense it was all of the fucking time, because that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's just him under this constant fucking pressure to look like a certain person.
Yeah.
That he is not. I mean,
no.
He doesn't want to fucking kill these people.
Nope. He probably didn't want to beat the shit out of those two dudes from Providence. Maybe a bit because they are criminals.
And they were fucking with somebody.
That's where you can kind of draw that line. But there's also places where he's going and just like roughing up a guy that owns a small business that's just an honest man that just didn't pay up on time.
Mm-hmm.
So, it comes with the territory. But I suppose those actions are heavier on him because of how much he is diametrically opposed to those things in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good insight.
Thank you. I wrote it down and I was like, this is either brilliant or stupid because I'm pretty drunk.
No, that's you. Were you?
I was very drunk last night. Yeah, I did.
While you were watching this?
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's. I haven't slept more than 5 hours a night all week.
Shit, bro.
So it's been a really weird week for me. I normally am at least rested. I've just had too much going on and too many instances where I can't do the things I need to do to stay ahead of schedule. So it's been a constant scramble all week long.
Right.
Yeah.
Tough
Fun
stuff. Tough stuff.
Anywho, this is the highlight of my week.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Good stuff. So at this point in the film, and we might be cutting forward here a little bit, but getting to a little bit of the action, the captain, played by Alec Baldwin, he's ready to make a move on the microprocessor transaction. Mm-hmm. And I think you mentioned this earlier. He says, microprocessors, I don't know what the fuck they are. You don't know what the fuck they are. Who fucking cares?
They're changing hands.
They're changing hands. This is the big move. And this is maybe my favorite line of the film. And he's got a line where, Matt Damon comes up to him and Matt doesn't know what the fuck's going on. This is kind of hitting him very suddenly. They're making this move and he's not caught up to speed. And Baldwin says, I'm going to have a smoke. You want to smoke? You don't smoke? What are you, one of those fitness freaks? Go fuck yourself.
He does. I'm gonna have a smoke. Well, you want to smoke? You don't smoke? Well, you go fuck yourself.
That has to be one of my favorite lines in the film. That just seems like one of those things that he did in the like on the first take, and he's like, "All right, that was fucking perfect."
Yep, that was it. I'm Alec Baldwin. I'm gonna actually go have a smoke. You guys,
and you can literally go fuck yourself.
Yeah, right? Because I'm Alec Baldwin. Boom. And no, that, and I think one of my other favorite ones is when Matt Damon is talking to another cop, and he's like something about blah 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 blah. Matt Damon's like, maybe I can do something for you. Maybe you want to come work with me or whatever. He's like, do you own a suit or do you like showing up to work looking like you're about to invade Poland?
Yeah,
because
you
he's
said that
wearing
earlier.
his cop get up. I thought that was really funny.
Well, I think it was his like buddy that he came up with in the state police or whatever,
academy or whatever.
Yeah, in the academy.
This movie is constantly fucking hilarious, but you have to be paying attention.
Oh yeah,
because it's moving so fast.
You have to pay attention
like,
no matter what.
Alec Baldwin's line, that line lasts maybe a second and a half.
It's so fucking fast.
I'm gonna go have a smoke. You want to have a smoke? What are you, one of those fitness freaks? Fuck yourself. That's it, and it's just he just throws it away.
Just walks.
It's like table salt, man. Like it ain't nothing. And just fucking.
Yeah.
Bip, bip, bip.
Yeah. So during all of this, Matt Damon he gives Jack Nicholson a head up. Hey, no phones. They're about to bust you. Right?
Yeah.
They're tracking you. They know where you're at.
So this is like the first time in the movie where you've got Leonardo DiCaprio, who is undercover for the police, working with Jack Nicholson, and then you've got
Matt Damon,
who is undercover for Jack Nicholson with the police.
Yep.
So this is the first time those mechanics play against each other, and it's just it's clever writing. It's put together really well,
and
really
it
makes
man.
it goes from like, this movie is crazy, man, to super tense like that.
Yeah. So this is you mentioned this bit earlier, but basically there's a camera guy he's in charge of setting everything up at this location, this meetup.
Yeah.
And he fucks up and he even says this, I only got 2 fucking hours. What is this?
Yeah.
It's fucking amateur hour or
like,
whatever
we got a camera on the back. He's like, fucking what back?
What back?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking? Like,
oh, sorry. What's he say? He's like, I'm not fucking NASA.
Yeah.
This ain't NASA or
it's like
something
fucking
like
NASA.
that.
He's got a good couple lines there. Just a no name. But yeah, the camera guy, he fucks up. He doesn't set up enough cameras. Everybody gets away. Alec Baldwin is fucking furious, and that's whenever you were talking earlier.
And he beats the shit out of that camera guy.
Out of that camera guy,
dude. That camera guy, I feel so bad for him, man. I feel like it's like 2:00 in the morning, and that guy just got dragged out of bed.
And he just said, I had 2 fucking hours to work on. 2 hours to set up cameras?
No.
What? No. Yeah, everybody fucking gets away.
Except for the Asian guys. So you've got Jack Nicholson meeting with a bunch of Asian guys, and they have like machine guns and Uzis and shit. And Jack Nicholson is really smooth and also racist while talking to them. Like, just does not care. Well, none of my men are carrying automatic weapons, so do you got the money? And then he says, like,
in this country,
yeah, no ticky, no laundry. He just it's just your old racist grandpa. If you have a racist grandpa, it's that. But it's also Jack Nicholson, who is, at the same time that he's charming, he's equally creepy. Because he's got his Jack Nicholson face, and he's just fucking creepy in general.
And he's also fucking crazy.
Yeah,
creepy, crazy.
Yeah, he's insane.
He's all of the above.
He's got such amazing range. It really... I feel fortunate that we got to see him in movies for so long, and I am a little like, I wish he could still make movies or was still in movies.
Yeah. No, I think that's the perfect word for it is his range. And we see that in this film.
Mm-hmm.
Because he goes from, in some of his rants, he goes from calm to, Jack Nicholson covered in blood, walking out of the back room. Like, he's just... Yeah,
there's a bit where he's just, like, holding a really bloody severed hand.
Yeah.
For, like, a long time. Like, while he's just talking
casually. He's talking to Leo, yeah.
Just casually in conversation, his wife comes in and is talking to him and stuff. And he's like, oh, what are you... fuck you. And he's just holding a severed bloody hand. Fucking animal.
Yeah. It's wild.
Next thing I've got here is that Leo bangs Damon's girlfriend.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Bangs her real good, too.
I think it was implied, but earlier on in the film, Damon and Vera, right around the time they hooked up, I feel like it was implied that he didn't perform well because she was like, it happens to a lot of guys. Is that?
Yeah.
I guess like just in bed. Like,
Yeah.
So I guess that's where this kind of comes into play with Leo. He's a young guy.
He performs well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just bang, bang, bang the drum, you know? That's the next thing I've got there. And then my next note is Jack Nicholson is casually covered in blood a lot.
Yeah, boy, he is. At this point, Jack Nicholson, he calls Matt Damon. He tells him there's a cop on his crew. Damon, he needs the info on Jack's guys to search the Massachusetts State Police so he can search the records. He can find out who's the fucking rat. Right. And then during a shakedown from Leo's going to fuck this guy up. He's going to collect money. He learns that Jack is an FBI informant. And he informs Martin Sheen.
Right.
That's where things kind of get like, oh, shit.
Things get a little hairy. Yeah.
Yeah. Jack Nicholson's an FBI informant?
So Jack Nicholson is doing what he's doing because the federal bureau is letting him do what he's doing because he just kind of casually feeds them other criminals.
Yep. Just to save his own ass. That's it.
While Jack Nicholson's character is the fucking just the sleaziest, nastiest, grossest fucking dude that you would never want to meet. That is incredibly clever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, one thing I do want to say, I think this was probably one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie, but I'm going to have to back up like an hour and a half to where we are now.
Oh, no, you're good.
There's a bit where they're sitting in a diner, and Jack Nicholson's like fucking giving the eye to the nun. There's a nun and two priests.
Yep.
And he's like, hey, yeah, ooh, hey. He's giving her a little wink, and she's like, oh, excuse me, I'm going to go to the bathroom. She gets up and leaves, and then he's talking to Leo. And then he's like, whatever. And he goes over and he talks to these two priests, and he's like, oh, Father Maxie, I'm sure you remember our confessional and a certain other little thing that we discussed about. They're in the middle of a public restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
And he leans over, not very discreetly, and is like, remember that thing we talked about little boys and sucking on their peckers, etc., etc. It is... it's so crazy, man, that because he's a mobster, and I assume this priest is paying him for, for protection, to not get locked up, to not be given up to the FBI as a fucking pederast or whatever. But for him to just walk up to him in a public diner and be like, about sucking their peckers, you know what I'm talking about? Because anybody who was like even remotely eavesdropping on that would hear that whole conversation, because he's not quiet or discreet about it.
Oh no! And he leaves a little drawing too, doesn't it? Like,
yeah, because it's like the nun getting fucked or something like that.
Yeah, because he had a prior, like you were saying, he had a prior relationship with her before she became a nun.
Yep.
And there are a few scenes where he's sketching something, and it's part of his,
his psyche.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, back to where we were chronologically. Sorry, I just wanted to interject with that little Jim, because
that was a good bit.
A certain thing about the little boys and sucking the peckers. Fucking cracking me up. Who calls them peckers? You know what I mean? When was the last time you heard somebody refer to a penis as a pecker, apart from tonight? And whenever you watch The Departed.
Oh, The Departed. All right, so Matt Damon, he's promoted to find the rat within his department. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna kind of jump through some of this pretty quick here.
You go ahead, man. You got the reins. But
we'll stop and talk about any important bits.
I've got like 6 things left, so you do your thing and I'll just pop in.
Like I said, he's promoted. He's got to find the rat, and there's a lot of back and forth here. If you haven't watched the film, just fucking watch it. Watch it a couple times. Take it in.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, if you like just listening to us, that's great. But we're not covering a lot of things.
We don't have the time. There's so much in this movie.
There's so much.
The good movie portion of the show would have to be 2.5 hours long.
Exactly. So Leo, he tells Jack into a theater. He witnesses Jack giving Damon an envelope with Jack's employees' info. Mm-hmm. Sheen texts Leo, "You got to get the visual ID of Damon to make an arrest."
Right.
You've got to see his face. You can't just go all willy-nilly in there.
Oh, you mean Leo?
Yeah. He texts Leo. Leo tells Damon out of the theater. Leo's phone rings. It spooks Damon. Damon thinks that Leo's coming up on him, and he fucking just kills this random dude, which is like, oh, fuck. As just a normal person.
Just a guy walking to the store to get a fucking gallon of milk and a stick of butter or whatever, you know?
Yeah, he just stabs the shit out of him. He's like, oh, fuck. Not the guy I'm looking for here.
Nope.
But Damon realizes that he is on camera as well as Leo. So he's trying to search for Leo. Who the fuck is this guy? You can't get a good look at Leo's face, right? It's just
see him in Titanic. It's fucking all over it.
Matt Damon, he can't ID Leo. And then in a scene with Jack and Leo, he's not saying it, but he's essentially accusing Leo of being the rat. And this is a very, very tense scene.
Yeah, it is, because Leo he tries to do the same shit that he did with his cousin. So you got something to say to me? Just come out and say it.
Yeah.
I'm not a fucking rat. I'm not a fucking co-op.
I'm not a fucking co-op, and I'm not a fucking rat.
I'm not a co-op. I'm not a rat. I got this rat, this gnawing.
Yes, dude.
Jack Nicholson, this is peak Jack Nicholson of his entire career.
Yeah.
You would say maybe that he puts on a more impressive performance in Kubrick's The Shining.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say you're wrong. He is pulling out all the fucking stops. He is peak insane sociopath in this.
Yeah. He's everywhere. He's all over the map, man.
It's great.
We get everything from him.
It's because he's powerful and he's dangerous, but the scariest thing about him is you don't know what to expect from him because he's insane. He's just an insane man.
You don't know if he's going to kill you right then and there.
No.
And like I said, that scene is so tense and I feel like Leo is put on such a spot that he's not very believable because I feel like Nicholson just sees right through his shit. You know what I mean?
The next day he's like, why don't you take the night off?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like just doesn't include him in a job that he would normally be included in for sure.
Yeah.
Take the night off.
Go ahead and take the night off. Yeah, that was kind of like one of my next bits, you know, and that's the bit where Jack Nicholson is just covered. He just comes out of the back, randomly. He's just covered in blood.
Yeah, it's like he's like, I'm gonna go take a piss, and then he comes back out of the bathroom, but it's not he didn't say I'm gonna go take a piss. It's casual, as if he were just taking a piss, and comes back out and he's fucking covered in blood and has like a butcher's apron on and shit. It's so fucking just he's an insane individual,
right?
So Leo's got the night off. He's fucking freaking out because he thinks Jack Nicholson knows.
Right.
And if Jack Nicholson knows, then he's about to be killed.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know what to do, so he calls Martin Sheen. Martin Sheen's like, I love you, grandson. Why don't you meet me on a building? So he does. They go meet on top of this, this fucking inconspicuous building.
They meet at this building. They're followed by Jack Nicholson's people, which Matt Damon tipped them, right? And he, Sheen tells Leo, get the fuck out of here. I'll handle this. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, he does not. He gets thrown off of a roof right in front of fucking Leonardo DiCaprio.
Right. And the other guy on the crew, when he comes down to talk to Leo, he's like, why are you here? And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, I gave you the wrong address. You showed up at the right building.
Yeah.
Because they were testing him to see if he is the rat.
Yeah.
And so now they for sure know. They didn't know for sure, but they knew that he would panic and they knew how to set a trap.
Right. Yeah, and I think one of the crew members gets shot and he's dying. And I think that's where that comes into play. You know, I gave you the wrong address. You showed up at the right address. And then another crew member even tells him, like, because Leo's like, I was at home, you know? And he's like, nah, you fucking weren't, because we went to your house and you weren't there.
Mm-hmm. That's David O'Hara, by the way. Is that guy? Not the guy that's dying on the couch. The other guy. Oi. That guy. Fucking oh. That guy.
That's not how you spell citizens.
It's not how you fucking know it. That's David O'Hara. He's a traditional character actor, but if you look up a picture of him, you'd be like, oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
He's that guy.
He's that guy.
He'd probably be a good recast choice for some shit we've seen on here.
For sure.
And Kevin Corrigan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
All right, so at this point, we get Damon. He meets with Baldwin and Marky. Mm-hmm. And he tells him, he had Sheen followed. And Marky freaks the fuck out because that's his boss. He freaks the fuck out and he beats the shit out of Damon.
Where's he going to get his Werther's Originals at every day now? He's going to have to start carrying himself.
And Marky Mark quits. He's like, fuck this, I'm out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, listeners out there, if you caught our Battlefield Earth episode where we talked at great length about Dutch angles, there are a handful of really excellent Dutch angle uses in this film.
Really?
Yeah, when Leo's starting to lose his shit and when Wahlberg is starting to lose his shit, they shoot a couple of them in Dutch angles.
Oh, I guess I missed that.
Yeah, I just look for it now because now I know what it is. So I'm like, it's been an interesting delve into cinema.
Yeah,
I'm learning new things. I like it.
Fucking Dutch angles, man.
Better than Dutch dangles.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? You ever give her the old Dutch dangle?
No, you have to teach me that.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Maybe later.
We'll be right back. Okay, we're back.
All
so
right,
we're
back.
Where were we?
All right.
Learn something new every day.
We're at the point where fucking Matt Damon finds out that Jack is an FBI informant.
Yeah.
His fucking dad, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, he kind of...
His father figure that raised him and bought him all his clothes and gave him all his money and paid his way through school and...
Yeah.
Gave him all kinds of pep talks and probably bought him his first hooker.
And this fucking pisses him off.
Oh, he's super pissed.
There's a dope deal that goes down, and eventually Damon, he meets up with Jack Nicholson.
I do want to say, before we get to Nicholson and Damon meeting up, I know we don't have like any sort of awards or anything that we're doing on this show, but I would like to nominate Mr. French's character the award for most hard-ass death award.
Oh shit!
Because he's in that. He's in that car.
During that scene.
Yeah, it's during that scene during the bust.
Yeah,
he's shooting a bunch of people. He's fucking running over people. His car fucking catches on fire and starts to explode. And he's covered in blood. He's all fucked up, and he
runs into something. Like
takes
with
out
his car.
A handgun, and he's like, "Fuck it," and just blows his brains out. Like it is hard as fuck.
He's like, "Fuck this, man. I'm not getting out of this.
Fucking, I'm Mr. French, man. Fuck it."
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, we get the bust, which as smart as Nicholson's character is in this seems kind of dumb. You know what I mean?
Right.
This whole because it's just a cocaine exchange. Why does he need to be there?
He doesn't. Yeah, and that's one of I was like, I don't know if I can find any problems with this movie, but I knew there was something. And that's why I went 9.5, because that's...
Maybe one of your issues with it.
That's not practical, like...
And Leo even warns him. You know what I mean? He says
somebody's gonna try to pop you.
Even though he got rid of a couple of the cars that were following him, he's like, what if there was a third car or whatever? He tries to warn him.
You got a rat. You got a rat. They're gonna try to pop you. Like, why would you do this?
Why are you here?
He's here because he's bored and he's untouchable and he's a psychopath.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because what's going to happen? He's going to get caught and the feds are going to tell him to let him go.
Yeah. I guess that's pretty much it.
Yeah. I suppose that's the whole reasoning. And that's why probably him being such a fucking psycho to begin with, it makes sense. But still, I'm with you. There would be no reason for a mob boss to be there at that. That's something you send 2 or 3 guys to do.
Yeah. And maybe it's another control issue, So yeah, we get the scene with fucking Matt Damon and Jack Nicholson.
Oh, when Jack Nicholson's clamshell phone is ringing when he's looking for him.
Yep.
It's that Que Sera Sera ringtone.
Yep.
I like it.
Oh yeah. And they meet up, and something that bothered me a little bit because Nicholson tries to shoot Damon and they're so fucking close. Twice.
Yeah.
And he misses.
He's just
each time.
He's just an old man.
I guess he's just he's not really the muscle of the...
Well, he's not... I don't know how quick I'll be. I'm a pretty accomplished shot. I know I've said it on the show a few times. Whatever your viewpoints are on guns, we live out in the middle of fucking nowhere. So shooting guns is a really common activity if you're not into meth or heroin. And sometimes even if you are. But it doesn't take much to be an accomplished shot. A little bit of practice and, $80. $80, buy a couple of boxes of ammo and just plink a couple of rounds off out in the woods.
Even if you are an old man, though, you're 3 feet away from somebody.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're doing a drawdown, I guess Jack Nicholson is 70. He's 70 something in this movie.
Well, and I guess he also did get shot.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe that explains a little bit of it.
Yeah. Anyway, Matt Damon lights his ass up.
Oh, dude, he fucks him up.
He does fuck
Kills
him
the
up.
shit out of him.
Yeah. And then like a minute and a half elapses, and he's like, "I got him. I got him over here.
I got him over here.
It's
I got
me.
the fucking bastard.
I'm Matt Damon. I'm the cop. I got that cocksucker." Heard I asked him if he liked apples. And then I went to shoot him. I shot him, and I said, "How do you like those apples?" Did you guys see that? He didn't.
He didn't say anything though.
No, he didn't say anything. He just fucking shot him. And then he's like, when Jack Nicholson takes a shot at him and he shoots him again, he's like, "God damn it!"
Yeah,
he's just like, "Fucking die, you fucking oh god."
So after this, Leo meets with Damon, and while he's running Leo's info just to confirm who he is, but it's in another room. I wasn't quite sure why because he's like, this computer's being all fucking wacky or whatever. But he goes to another room to run Leo's info. I wasn't sure why he went to the other room.
Because he didn't want to do it with him in the room.
Yeah, okay.
Because he wanted to delete it.
Right. He runs his info.
He wanted to verify that he was the rat so he can take charge of the situation without him being in the room. But while he's not in the room, what does Leo see? That fucking envelope. That same envelope that has citizen written on it, crossed out, and then written on it again.
Yep.
So he knows. Yeah, he knows because that's the envelope that Leo gave to Jack Nicholson that he watched Jack Nicholson give to the rat, but he didn't ever get a positive ID on the rat.
Exactly.
So now he knows for sure this is the fucking guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he flees. And like you said, Damon, he erases Leo's records. He wants to take control of the situation, like you said. Leo meets with Vera. He gives her an envelope. A lot of envelopes in this movie.
Yeah, there's a couple envelopes.
Yeah. He tells her, if anything happens to me, open this. Or if I tell you in 2 weeks, open this. And then we get a bit where Vera informs Damon that she's pregnant. But then she finds a letter addressed to Damon from Leo.
Yeah.
With a tape that has a ton of Damon's conversations.
Oh, yeah.
With Jack Nicholson.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, oh, fuck.
Well, right prior to that, she tells Matt Damon that she's pregnant.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh, you just said that?
I mentioned that, yeah.
Sorry, I was reading my notes, and but she's totally pregnant with Leo's baby.
Yeah.
He was coming in that pussy.
He
did a cum.
I did a cum.
I did a cum.
Yeah, because he can perform. As we said, Leo performs.
Oh, yeah.
And he performs.
You know he does. You know he does.
Matt Damon? Not so much.
I don't know, Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
I think this is probably my favorite thing Matt Damon's ever done.
Yeah.
Second favorite thing is The Martian.
Ooh, I love The Martian.
Third favorite thing is probably his cameo in Thor Ragnarok.
There are several movies where Matt Damon he's...
Have you seen They Bought a Zoo or We Bought a Zoo?
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, me neither. It probably sucks.
There are several movies where Damon's being saved from a planet, though.
Right.
Like, he's in Interstellar, and he's being saved from a planet.
Right.
The Martian, he's being saved from a planet. I think there's one more, but I can't think of it right now. Anyways, we're getting a little off track. Yeah, so Vera, she leaves Damon. Like you said, Vera's child is for sure Leo's. At one point, Leo arranges to meet Damon where Sheen died, and he arrests Damon, and he calls none other than Anthony Anderson as Brown.
Oh, yeah, Anthony Anderson. Yeah, hell yeah.
He calls him.
I can't figure out the Deuteronomy of this motherfucker. Anthony Anderson, if you're like me, you think of Andy Anderson, the first thing that pops into your head is Me, Myself, and Irene.
Yes.
It's the first thing that pops into my head.
Yep.
Which, by the way, if you've never seen Me, Myself, and Irene, mostly featuring Jim Carrey and what's her face that always looks like she just got done sucking on a lemon.
That's her name. What's her face that looks like she just got done sucking on a lemon?
Oh, well, all right. Ms. What's her face that looks like she just got done sucking on a lemon?
Yeah.
What the fuck is her name?
I don't know. Look it up, bitch.
Renee Zellweger.
Renee Zellweger.
It's a weird, like, dark comedy but it's great.
Mhm.
Like a lot of the funny bits in that movie, still kind of edgy, still kind of hold up.
Yeah.
You know, just throw that out there.
So as I was saying, Leo arrests Damon. Before that, he calls Anthony Anderson to substantiate his identity. But Brown can't tell who's telling the truth,
Right.
Leo or Damon, right? Because he knows both.
Right.
He's worked with both.
Yeah.
But eventually,
Listen to me. You know I'm a cop.
you know I'm a co-op.
Listen to me. Look at me. We went to the academy. You know I'm a cop.
But eventually, he lets Leo take Damon. And once they reach the lobby, fucking James Dale, Damon's old partner, he fucking shoots Leo right in the fucking noggin, baby.
Yeah, he does.
Well, the first time I watched that, I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. I had forgotten
Yeah.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it even surprised me this time. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, goddamn.
And then Damon gets busted for being a rat.
Yep. He gets busted, baby. And in the final scene, who takes care of business? Marky Mark, baby.
Yeah, Marky Mark does. They're at the funeral, right? Because
So
I know the priest that's presiding over the funeral is like, and our dearly departed. they say it 3 times in the movie.
Yeah,
they say
they
they
do.
departed 3 times. But
this is after the funeral. After Leo's funeral. Marky Mark, he gets his revenge. He's waiting in Damon's apartment. Damon walks in.
oh yeah, he's just wearing like a fucking zip up tracksuit with rubber gloves and shit.
Yeah, he sees Marky Mark, and he's like, he just kind of sighs, and he's like, all right.
You're gonna murder me.
No, he doesn't even say that. He
Yeah.
just says, all right, or what, okay.
Yeah, he just
He says
understands.
okay, I think, and he
He
just
understands
knows.
he's about to get murdered. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Marky Wally Walls, just fucking cow.
Wahlburgers takes care of him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, this movie's fantastic.
Yeah.
I fucking like beginning to end. It is entertaining for the entirety of the runtime. There is no like dead boring bits in this. It is moving.
No, man,
It's moving 90 to nothing, but not so fast you can't hang on.
for 2.5 hours. Yeah, it's fucking moving. It's a ride.
It's breezy. It's breezy for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, I mean it's fucking fantastic. You want to do a little trivia?
Oh shit! You're always surprising me with that trivia.
You forget we do trivia on the show?
Is that something we do?
We're doing Academy Awards trivia.
Oh, nice.
All right, these are going to be really hard because I don't know shit about the Academy Awards. I don't
really either.
All right, Academy Awards trivia. What year was the first Academy Awards ceremony held? 1924, 1929, 1935, or 1941?
35.
Okay, for some reason my sound effects are not working specifically for Academy Awards trivia, which is fucking stupid, so...
Oh, that was wrong.
That's my sound effect. 1924, 1929, or 1941?
1941.
Drink your beer.
Oh shit.
God.
Two drinks.
Yeah. Two in the drinks.
2 in the drinks, and then one in
the stinks.
one. Yep.
1924, 1929.
1929.
Bing, 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 bing.
He got it, ladies and gentlemen.
The very first Academy Awards ceremony was held in the Blossom Room of the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel on May 16th, 1929. There were 250 people in attendance, and tickets cost $10. Today, the attendance at the Academy Awards is by invitation only, and no tickets are sold to the public. What a fascist system. Question number 2. What organization is responsible for the Academy Awards? The Screen Actors Guild, American Film Institute, Academy of Motion Picture and Arts, or the American Academy of Stage and Screen?
Screen Actors Guild. Damn it.
American Film Institute, Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sound, maybe? Sound and Screen? Arts and Screen? I don't know, it's cut off. Or the American Academy of Stage and Screen.
C.
Bing, bing, bing! The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, a professional honorary organization dedicated to advancing the arts and sciences of motion pictures, has conducted the annual Academy Awards since 1929. Yeah, we fucking know. In addition to organizing the Oscars, the AMPAS runs the Nicole Screenwriting Competition and operates the Margaret Herrick Library in Beverly Hills. Okay.
Cool.
What movie won the very first Academy Award for Best Picture? Is it Citizen Kane, All Quiet on the Western Front, Wings, or The Circus?
All Quiet on the Western Front.
Ooh, so sorry.
Drink your fucking beer.
Drink your fucking beer. Citizen Kane, Wings, Love, Take Me Down to the Streets, or The Circus?
Citizen Kane.
So sorry, drink a beer. Wings or The Circus?
The Circus.
Okay, is it Wings?
I think it's Wings.
Okay,
I'm gonna go
ding,
with Wings.
ding, ding. Wings, 1927, a silent movie about fighter pilots during World War I, won the first Academy Award for Best Picture, although at the time called Best Production. The other nominees in Best Picture, Best Production category that were that year were The Racket, and Seventh Heaven. Wings was also the only film ever to win the Academy Award for Best Engineering Effects. Okay.
Interesting if true.
What two actresses tied for Best Actress at the 1968 Academy Awards? Like, we don't know any of this shit because we weren't born yet. Unless you're listening to the show and you're a boomer, in which case I totally recall when this happened. Is it Joanne Woodward and Vanessa Redgrave, Liza Minnelli and Genevieve Bujold, Katharine Hepburn and Barbara Streisand, or Anne Bancroft and Audrey Hepburn?
C.
Ding, ding, ding. Because we remember that. We were there, actually.
Yeah, we attended that in what year? 1968?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good...
Inflation, though. The tickets were like $23.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah. At the 1968 Academy Awards, Katharine Hepburn, The Lion in Winter, and Barbara Streisand, Funny Girl, tied in the voting for Best Actress. Both performers received the award. Other ties in Academy Awards history include Best Actor 1935, Frederick March and Wallace Beery. Best documentary, 1949, A Chance to Live and A Chance to Live and So Much for So Little. Best documentary 1986, Artie Shaw, Time Is All You've Got, and Down and Out in America.
Are
And
you still
Best Live-
talking?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm skipping all this shit. Franz Kafka's It's a Wonderful Life and Trevor. Yeah. What is your final question? What year were the Oscars first broadcast in color? That's racist. 1951, 1956, 1961, or 1966?
61.
Couldn't have been 69. Drinking beer. I drink mine too because I'm festive. 1951, 1956, or 1966?
50s, what was it, 56?
51, 56, 66.
56. 51? What the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm not fucking kidding you. The Oscars were first broadcast in color in 1966.
66?
That's all that one says.
Damn. 68 was our first year.
At the Academy
At
Awards.
the Academy
Yeah.
Award.
We couldn't afford a color TV back then. I used to just still tune in to listen to my radio programs in the evening.
In the evenings.
Yeah.
You got to watch your programs. All right. What company has been employed by the Academy since 1934 to tabulate Oscar votes and ensure the secrecy of votes? Is it Ernst & Young, J.P. Morgan, Lehman Brothers, or Price Waterhouse?
Those all sound like shitty candidates for if I want you to count something and I want an honest answer. So I'm just going to go right down the list and say A.
Ernst & Young?
Sure.
Meh, meh.
Okay. Drinking my beer.
Drink your fucking beer.
How about B?
B. J.P. Morgan. Is that your final answer? Because that is not correct.
JPP Morgan? Nope. Okay.
Think about J.P. Morgan. What does that sound like to you? Sounds like a crediting union to me.
Oh, they all sound like banks to me. C.
I'm giving you a pass. Is it C, the Lehman Brothers? Meh, meh.
D, final answer.
D, final answer. Ding, 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 ding.
I thought you were going to go, meh, meh.
No, JP Morgan is crediting whatever.
Yeah, the rest of those are not banks. I mean, it might be. I know JP Morgan's a bank. The rest of them sound like banks.
Right. The accounting and consulting firm Price Waterhouse, now Price Waterhouse Coopers, has been employed by the Academy, the AMPAS, since 1934 to tabulate Oscar votes and ensure the secrecy of the results. Question number 7. What was the first film to win Academy Awards for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Actress, and Best Screenplay?
Holy shit, that's a bunch of them.
Was it 1, Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? Was it Gone with the Wind? Was it It Happened One Night? Or was it Silence of the Lambs?
Was it Gone with the Wind? Was it A?
1 Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
Drink 2 beers, you
really?
Fucking asshole.
Was it the one I've never heard of before? C?
It Happened One Night.
Mm-hmm.
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay.
1934. It was the first film to win all of those fucking things.
Okay.
All right, moving along. I'm not reading all of that.
That's okay. I'm really bummed our sound effects not working. I'm going to have to fucking figure that out.
It's bullshit.
It is bullshit.
Question number 8. What new award category was added to the Academy Awards in 2001? Was it fart? What?
Was it? I'm going to go with fart. Best cinematic fart? Cinematic flatulent. Is that what it says?
Oh, sorry. Was it A, best foreign language film, B, best assistant director, 3, best animated feature, or D, best song?
Was it best animated feature?
Is that your final answer? What new award category was added to the Academy in 2001?
In 2001?
Yeah. Foreign language, best assistant director, animated feature, best song.
Best song.
Best song?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with best song. Fuck. Best animated feature?
Drink a beer first.
I'm drinking it.
Best animated feature? Is that your final answer?
Sure.
Ding, 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 ding.
I should have gone with my gut on that one. Because it's,
That's not the answer, though. Your gut is not the answer.
No, but it's the majority. It's the majority vote, though. Clearly.
Okay. I will read this one. In 2001, a new category was added to the Academy Awards Best Animated Feature. Shrek took home the inaugural award, defeating Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius, and Monsters, Inc.
It would. Yeah. Why is... okay, Shrek is a fine movie. It's okay. It's dated because it's a lot of pop culture references, but it's fine. The comedy's fine. It stands up. Actually, the animation still is fine. Why is Shrek such like a pop culture meme now?
There's a donkey in it.
Yeah, but he's not even part of the meme. It's just Shrek. Everybody's like, really, oh man, I found this fire movie on sale and it's just a copy of Shrek. Like, I have a Shrek computer. Hey, look at this. Oh man, check out Shrek's ass. Boy, I'd eat that ass. He's got back. Yeah, or whatever.
Moving along, question number 9. Who was the first actor slash actress to win 4 Academy Awards? Was it Katharine Hepburn, Jack Nicholson, Meryl Streep, or Marlon Brandon? Oh.
Shit. Well, I want to say Jack Nicholson just because we're doing the Departed, because I don't know, so I'm just guessing. Although I don't think that's the correct answer, I am going to say that first. Okay. Was it Marlon Brando? Really? What were the others? Meryl Streep and
Katharine Hepburn.
Well, I would hope it would be Katharine Hepburn as opposed to Meryl Streep.
Katharine Hepatitis Burn, your final answer?
Yeah, hepatitis burning P.
Ding, 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 ding.
Good girl.
Good 1981, Katharine Titus Byrne became the first actor to win 4 Academy Awards. She won Best Actress honors for her performances in Morning Glory, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, The Lion in Winter, and on Golden Pond.
Good on you, Kathy.
Question number 10. Final question. Who hosted or co-hosted the Academy Awards 18 times during his career? Was it Billy Cry Stow, Bob Hope? Was it Johnny Carson? Or was it Christopher Rock?
I feel like Billy Crystal hosted them a lot, so we're going to go with that.
A. Billy Crystal.
B. I forgot what the other options were.
Was it Bob
Johnny
Hope?
Carson?
Was it Bob Hope? Was it Johnny Carson or was it Christopher Rockenford?
Let me do Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson, final answer. Meep, meep.
Bob Hope.
Was it Bob Hope, Daniel? Ding, 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 ding.
Nice, and it was an old white guy.
All right, that's going to do it for trivia. We'll be right back with
more of the.
Let's send it to John Johnstone for our next feature commercial.
Good evening. My name's John Johnstone. Let's go ahead and send it to our man in the field with the weather report. Barb Stone. Barb, how's it looking out there?
Hey, I'm Barb. Barb Stone, and it's real fucking windy out here. And oh, fucking shit. It's a fierce. It's gonna be a stay lock it. Make sure you lock your doors tight tonight, cause it's it's scary out here. Now back to Tom Tomlinson for sorry, how about sports?
Hey, thanks, Kathy. I'm the person that just got introduced, and I'm here to talk to you about sports. Did you see the latest sports team? How about that Super Bowl? Those Tom Brady's, they really kick those balls around. It's just a real walk-off no-hitter with the home runs. Back to you in the studio, Sam.
Thanks for that. Johnny, thanks for the kickback there. That was Johnny, Jim Slutch with the sports. He's our best guy. He's got all the knowledge about balls. And
that he does.
am I right?
And from all of us here at Channel 7, 4.
Well, it just got changed.
Would you 2?
I think it's 4 now.
2?
We are
4?
Channel 4.
Okay. Thanks for tuning into Fox News. Good night, Bonterre. We're back. We just watched a movie called Torque.
Twerk.
Twerk?
Twerk.
Twerk. It's just Torque.
It's just Torque.
Tell us a little bit about Torque. Besides the fact that it features Ice Cube and a dusty-looking Zach Braff. But it's not Zach Braff.
Zach Braff. Dude, that would be fucking funny.
If Zach Braff was just that guy and it was the exact same movie. That would be great.
Adam, I mean, it would be, well, I guess it would be a little different.
Yeah.
Would it be Zach Braff from Scrubs?
Just longer hair. Just longer hair Zach Braff. You know what I mean?
I'm going to do the box office first. Budget for this was, wow. This is a 2004 PG-13 film. at an hour and 24 minutes, featuring Martin Henderson, Ice Cube, Monet Mazur, John Ashker, Max Beasley, Dane Cook, and last but not least, Adam Scott. Actually, also, sorry, I should add Jamie Presley.
Also, Will Yun Lee and Jay Hernandez. We are the two that just popped up for me when I was looking at it. We watched this movie.
What would you say? What would you say? Like, if you were for 2004, what would you guess for the fucking budget of this?
Can you give me a hint as to whether it is? I would think it would be high, or
it is millions of dollars, but
Okay.
not. It's not.
12.
It's a lot more than that.
A lot more than 12.
Yeah,
60.
it's 40 million.
For that still.
Yeah, $40 million, 2004. The style of this film, though, screamed early 2000, like maybe even late 90s. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. So what did this take in the box office?
Worldwide, 46 mil.
All right. If you were to see this movie in 2004 on the day, you would have been like, it's fine.
Nah,
You think? You think you would have been like, oh my God.
I think I would have known, even at that young age, because I think I did watch it several years ago.
Oh yeah?
And I laughed a lot, like I just did.
It's pretty ridiculous.
I love this. I had so much fun.
Yeah, I really had a blast with this. I've got a handful of notes here. There's a turtle race when it starts. There's a bunch of really fast cars racing a turtle. Dusty Zach Braff lookalike. This is definitely more fun than any Fast and the Furious movie I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
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 It is definitely more fun. There's a lot of really cheeky stuff in it, but I don't think they were trying to be cheeky. I think they thought it was, they're like, oh, that's badass. These broads fighting on these motorcycles at 60 miles an hour. They're just, the shit that's on here is fucking, it's crazy. So you've got testosterone, you got bikes, you got babes, you got drinks, you got drugs.
Oh, we got drugs.
You got skin, and you got rivals. So that's what's going down. And you do have some wacky, wavy, inflatable arm flailing tube men.
And it's 2004.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm in love with the camera work in this movie.
Yeah.
In the worst way.
Yeah.
Like every time I'm like, yes, but it's not because it's good. It's just like
it's so entertaining.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, hey, check this out.
I just want to stop right now and say, if you've never seen Torque from 2004,
oh my God, it's a gold mine.
And you kind of want to laugh at a really bad movie, it's so fun.
You'll laugh hard at this one. It is. It's a delight.
It is the silliest action that you have seen in a long time.
So originally, we were going to do a different good movie with this movie.
Yeah.
And then we couldn't find a different bad movie to go with The Departed. So we went with this movie because it also has like gangster mob gang ties.
Drug.
Yeah. Smuggle a thing, and there's gangsters and there's cops and there's
our theme.
But we were gonna do Ford versus Ferrari, and the main character's name in this is Ford, which we did not know. It just looked awful anyway. So that would have been they're not all grand slams, folks.
We apologize, guys.
No, I don't apologize. I apologize for nothing.
Oh,
I'm gonna watch this movie again next week.
And we're doing it.
Yeah, we'll do Torque as the good movie, and then we got to find a bad motorcycle movie. Our cup runneth over. It's fucking crazy how much I really do like the camera work in this, and it's not. I'm not trying to stroke its ego because it's not good, but it is. It's hilarious.
It's just so funny. It's
the way they choose to show it to you is comical. I don't know how else to put it.
So let's start at your.
And it seems like they're trying to use a lot of like very I don't know that I would say cutting edge, but maybe like avant-garde kind of techniques. Like they're trying.
Yeah.
They're trying. They're just literally trying absolutely everything.
So the director was Joseph Kahn. Was he also in the movie?
Khotan Khan?
Joseph Kahn.
Khotan Khan?
Khotan Khan?
The Mongolian from Tsushima?
Oh, yeah.
I'm almost done with Ghost of Tsushima, by the way.
You fucking better be. Written by Matt Johnson,
Oh.
who also wrote Into the Blue,
Okay.
starring Paul Walker,
Okay. All right.
and Jessica Alba.
Okay.
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 What are you drinking? Oh, scotch.
I'm going with I'm gonna have a little scotch ale, a little Schlafly Scotch Ale from St. Louis, Missouri. This episode brought to you by Schlafly Scotch Ale.
What a shit pour.
It's not scotch, but at least it's ale. I was doing it for the sound effect.
I know. It's just a whole fucking beer full of head.
Mm-hmm. I bet I got a good sound clip on that though.
I bet you did, bitch.
If I can hear it audibly, it picks up on these fucking amazing. Because
Yeah.
they pick up a lot of sounds I don't hear. Ooh,
Yeah.
those pepperoni nipples. They're not pepper. They're like little pepper. I guess any size nipples can be pepperoni nipples because pepperoni comes in lots of different sizes.
That could be a pepperoni.
Yeah, I'd eat that on a pizza. Do you think anybody's ever had just like a human nipple pizza? Or something like it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you just thought of it, it exists.
That's fucking crazy. Do things exist after I think of them? Oh my God.
That's how this movie got made.
That's it. That's it.
Oh,
Ooh,
man.
I saw a motorcycle go by on the highway and I thought,
I'm not kidding when I say I haven't had this much fun on a bad movie. I think this is my favorite.
Man, it's got to be top 3 for me, and it might be my absolute favorite. I can't recall the rest of them off the top of my head, but we will. Since we started right at the end of 2020, when we get closer to 2022, we'll do a best of. We'll do we'll do like an award show.
Yeah, for sure.
So I wanna keep track of certain nominees.
Well,
and I have a nomination in this film.
All right, and we take actual notes on It's Just Two Movies because we're old school. Well, I do. I don't know about you.
What do you mean? You didn't take any notes. You didn't take any notes. You didn't write down one thing. You Googled the movie after we walked in here. That's okay though.
That's what. All right, start me off with the ridiculousness of torque.
Okay, I'm still not 100% on what Turk is about. I think what's going on is Ford, our main character.
Yeah,
he's a badass biker, and he's from a town where everybody's a badass biker.
Mm-hmm.
But he went away, and he left his girl. And
left his chick.
His place got raided, and he went to Turkey?
Thailand.
He went to Thailand. And he stayed there for a while, and then he came back. You son of a bitch, you're back in town. He's like, yep, I'm going to get my girlfriend back and fuck some shit up. And then he sees a biker bully, and they don't like each other. I don't understand where the violence came from in the first place. Like, I don't understand why they're like, motherfucker, what? I just don't. I don't get that part, but it's great because you don't have to. This movie got so much else going on. So anyway, bad guy and Ford and Ice Cube, because Ice Cube is Ford's friend, kind of. They mutually don't like this other guy who's got a mullet.
Oh man,
he's got some pretty sick ink.
That mullet
and
was
some pretty bad ink and a really, really bad mullet.
So that's
really greasy.
I love that there's a guy named John Doe in this film.
That's interesting. I wonder if you can search John Doe on IMDb.
Oh, that guy was the guy with the mullet. That was Matt Schultz.
Matt Schultz. Okay.
Or Schulze. Or
Yep.
Schulz. I guess it would be Schulz. Or Schul. Schuelz.
Spell it.
Schulze.
Schulz?
Schulz.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. If it's not, write me, somebody.
So there
anybody.
are...
Just kidding. I get so many emails. I just don't have any interesting ones. They're like from our host server.
Right.
From our
Not
host
from
server and
actual...
From Google.
Not
Did
from
you just sign in from Japan?
How did you know?
Probably. I don't...
So on Wikipedia, there are like 10 paragraphs explaining this movie. Do you want me to read those all 10 paragraphs as fast as I can? Would that be funny for the show?
Not really. Is there not an
Obviously,
abridged? Is there not an abridged version? Anyway, he goes, and then there's a gang war, and the bully, he's trying to sell some drugs, but he's got a mullet, and other people don't like him, including Ice Cube. So, I mean, that's really all you need to know.
I got you. Here.
It's not a complicated storyline. No, but please.
You ready for this? Ready for this?
Mm-hmm. Does it just say it's about motorcycles? I'll get up and slap the shit out of you. If you just tell me it's about motorcycles.
I've got you right here.
Okay. God damn it.
Cut out the laughs, but just do me doing the burps.
Yeah.
And then I'll Biker Carrie Ford is framed by Biker Carrie Ford is framed by an old rival and biker gang leader for the murder of another gang member who happens to be the brother of Trey, Ice Cube,
Ooh.
leader of the most feared biker gang in the country. What? In the country?
In the country. Yep.
Like
in the USA.
In that specific county?
They worry about that.
Or the whole...
No, dude. They're sweating that shit in Hawaii. They're like, fuck, I hope they don't drive down here. Got him.
Ford is now on the run, trying to clear his name from the murder with Trey and his gang looking for his blood.
Oh, shit.
There's in an hour and 25 minutes, there's a lot going on here.
There's a lot going on here for an hour and 25 minutes.
It has to be, though. It has to be, right? It has to be fucking...
Yeah, most of it's visuals and sound effects and it's just fucking crazy shit. Like, see here, I've got the gun flip. They meet a guy at a gas station. He's got a gun and they just like, I don't know, like military style somersault it out of his hands. But it's very clearly like CGI or like on a wire. So it's something is off about it. It's
probably like a lot of the guns are on wires.
Yeah,
that's what I would assume.
Something about it's very unnatural looking, but it's also like...
we should do effects for the
sound. I think we could probably get away with it.
For type,
I want to do one day. I want to sit down and I'm just going to do a shitload of sound effects and I'm going to clip them all and I'm going to make a song and a beat out of it because I can put them on a MIDI keyboard.
That'd be fucking
you know what I'm saying?
Sweet.
Yeah. There's a bit where the dude fucking kicks a gun off the ground, like it leg scoops it like a hacky sack. It's pretty great. They use like bike theory, Sherlock Holmes style to solve a crime. Like,
yeah,
there's some chain links that are like have the same specific wear on them. And okay, so the gearbox must be because the gearboxes are different for every single bike. And
fucking check mark that off.
Fucking, you guys have any leather pants?
It'd be funny if it was like a typical scientist scene where they have like beakers and
the protective eyewear.
Glasses.
Yeah. Oh my god!
And they like pulled the chain out of a beaker.
Oh yeah. It's just like the smoke, like the dry ice.
Yeah.
Dry ice is like the smoke coming off. Yeah.
Bike science.
I see.
That's essentially what it was. Is like they were using bike lingo to solve. What was that? Was like
somebody got like murdered. Yeah, and they're like, who murdered him? It can only be this person. No one guy's like, I know who did it. And they're like, how do you know? And he's like, It's a long story. And then they cut back and they're like, it's the gearbox, because every gearbox is different. So the same gearbox made these 2 chains worn. So it wasn't a long story. Yeah, there's a lot of like bike wire fighting, like a bike spinning unnaturally with all the wheels stopped while it's clearly being held by wire. You can't see the wires, but you can see like the way the bike is balanced. It's not
physics, man.
It's just not natural. Like it's pivoting on a flat perpendicular surface. So I don't know. There's no English on it, I guess. I don't know what it is that looks unnatural about it, but it looks bad.
It's physics, man.
Yeah. It's totes. You gotta, man, you know?
Totes.
Acceleration. You know? They are the bit with the train.
Oh, man.
One guy's driving his motorcycle through the train, and the other guy's driving his motorcycle on top of the train.
Because
Ice Cube gets caught on the train tracks
first they're riding on the train. They're driving on the train tracks, and I was like, just get off the tracks.
There's a lot of really hard laydowns in this. Like they deliberately jump off of a bike and like throw it down as hard as possible. I bet that's a big chunk of the budget.
If Monster Energy Drink was a movie, it would be Torque.
Be pretty close, yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of skin and tight leather and flames and
that's how you explain this movie.
Bikes and wow. Mm-hmm.
But it's totally worth a watch, man.
He's got his like Carpe Diem.
His biker jacket just says Carpe Diem.
Yeah, but it looks like a stock car racer's fucking get up.
But I guess he is kind of a stock car racer at one point.
Yeah. So
go ahead.
Oh no, sorry. This is my favorite part of the movie. I mean that. I mean that deep down, because there's a lot of really great gems in here. But the one where I fucking lost my mind is they throw down their bikes real hard in the desert or whatever when they get off the train. And Ford's walking through the desert and he's like, son of a bitch. And then that girl pulls right up on him and he draws a gun on her because he's so startled.
He's startled by the...
You could not sneak up on somebody on one of those fucking motorcycles.
On a crotch rocket.
You can hear him coming from like 10 miles away. They're fucking loud as shit. I don't even care if you got earbuds in. You would still hear him like 3 miles away.
Oh, you startled me. The woman I used to love.
Yeah.
Pull a gun on you.
It's like getting snuck up on by a tank. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hilarious the way it's cut though.
Oh, it's so funny. This movie has so much silliness.
There's a dude eating Doritos in the rain.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Looked pretty gross.
Towards the end of the film, there's a bike fight. Did we get there, or am I moving too far ahead?
The bike fight's further down.
Okay, I'll wait.
I have a nomination for the bike fight.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah, I can wait. What else you got?
I've got... Oh, shit. Well, actually, this might be my favorite part. There's a bit where the big bad guy chain whips a vending machine and it just explodes. And then he tells a guy he's like choking a dude and he's like, eat a fucking candy bar. Because he exploded a vending machine all over the place.
He's like, chill out and eat a fucking candy bar. That's the dude with the mullet, right?
Oh, yeah. Mullet Mike. Mullet.
Manny, the mullet monster.
Energy drink. See here. They've got a stock car that busts out of a...
Yeah, this was the part. This is what I was getting at.
Yeah, so they're in like an
a semi,
18-wheeler, like a semi. They get pulled over, and they've got a stock car and a couple of motorcycles in the back of this semi. But there's also a ramp, I guess, not a ramp to get down, like a ramp to launch up. You know, like a normal semi. They have the ramp that goes down to the loading dock. Not that one.
But why? Here's my question.
A way less practical one.
Why did this semi have a race car in it?
I don't.
Because any race car that I've seen
is in a race car.
Is in a race car trailer.
Trailer, yeah.
Not just a semi truck.
I don't know. You know what? If there were a race car in a semi truck, you wouldn't know it.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's just in a box. Could be anything in there.
Right. Maybe they intentionally hit it.
Or any one human traffickers looking at you. If you're a trucker right now and you have living people in the back of your truck, probably just pull over and let them out. It's not good. Not good. Like if you take anything away from the show, that'd be cool if you just pull over and let them out. They'll be fine.
What do you think our truck driver audience is?
0, probably. Do truck drivers watch a lot of movies? Do you drive a truck for a living? I would love to hear about it. I'm just curious. I don't know anybody who's a truck driver.
No, I doubt they watch movies. I would think they listen to fucking podcasts.
They get them beamed directly into their brain.
Oh yeah, you know what? You're right. By the new brain
Skynet. I mean Starlink.
Brainwave.
Okay, so you got this part where there's bad guys. You got good guys in 2 bikes and a stock car.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hauling ass.
I don't doubt that.
You got a stock car, you got bikes. They're racing. They're getting after each other. And we were talking about it. Myself and Alicia picked the crotch rockets. And you went with the stock car. And I got to say, you win that bet. Bikes clock in about 178 miles an hour. Stock car can go just over 200.
Yeah, it's because that's what they always like.
But on that highway application, bikes might have it because they're made for that, and stock cars are made for very specific, racetrack conditions.
For sure. But you always hear, well, I shouldn't say you always hear. I don't watch NASCAR.
I hear it all the time, even while I'm sleeping.
I don't watch NASCAR, but I know that they have said, we're looking at cars going 200 miles an hour today, and I think that's one of the things that they say.
That's fucking awesome.
You're talking about a goddamn car that goes 200 fucking miles an hour, brother.
You know, they originally invented stock car to outrun the police during Prohibition. I'm sure they say that at every race. I've never sat through one. Although, if I were ever in a position to go see NASCAR live, I think it would probably be pretty cool to watch live. It is a long race of just driving in one direction. However, that's not the impressive part of it. The impressive part, I think, is that they are driving like 500 miles in a couple hours.
At a very fast fucking speed.
Yeah.
And
that is kind of cool. On TV, it doesn't really translate for me.
No. And I'm sure there's an aspect of endurance to it, right?
To drive a car for that long? Yeah.
Sit there.
How many NASCAR drivers shit themselves every race, do you think?
Do you think they wear diapers?
Certainly they piss themselves. I mean, some of those races go like 5 hours. You got to take a piss. It's hot as balls in there. You got to stay hydrated.
Just piss yourself.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Or would you?
Maybe that's why they do the champagne at the end of the race, so that like everybody else has pissy britches, and they're like, not me. It's not piss. It's champagne, but it's also piss. You know what I mean? Piss and champagne.
Do you think they reuse their piss though?
To hydrate?
They purify it in the car.
Probably not.
And then convert it to clean water. And
they probably just use catheters. They just all get a catheter every day they get on the track.
Every day. Even in practice.
Yeah. What's that called? That's like a fetish. Sticking stuff in your pee hole.
Oh man, stop.
Not your urethra. Your
stop.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
You don't know.
All right, so there's this thing is just a fucking CGI time capsule.
It really is, man.
It's so good.
That's the whole movie.
There's a scene where they're fighting on the fucking interstate, like in Roadwork, and there's a CGI gun. Like you have a real gun because I see it in some of the shots.
Well, that's not a real gun, Danny.
No,
but it could be. I mean,
the one they're holding in the scene is, but then before anybody picks it up, it's like falling, like going through the air. It's just a CGI gun.
Yeah, the amount of
this is ambitious.
It really is.
It really is trying.
Yeah, hard.
Maybe that's why I like it so much.
It tried too hard.
They're really going for it.
But they really impressed us.
They didn't give up either. I mean, they were like, I'm all in, motherfucker.
It got better as it went along.
It made money too, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It made $6 million.
Fantastic. See here, I've got the sound effects are amazing. I think we already touched on that. They do this weird shot or camera angle or CGI thing. I don't know what it is. Several times in the movie, like 7 or 8, where it's like a perspective shot.
Oh,
where there will be like a phone or it's like somebody holding a detonator. And it's fucking humongous on the screen, like compared to everything
focuses in behind the...
Yeah, it's a perspective shot, but it makes it look like a prop, or it makes it look like 2 separate shots, just superimposed over each other.
Yeah, like on the right side of the screen, you've got like a telephone that looks...
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just so...
I feel like they're trying to do some Tarantino shit, and it's just not working out.
Maybe 2004? Yeah, I could see that.
Let me ask you, in the age-old battle, which side do you stand on? Pepsi or Mountain Dew?
Pepsi.
You going Pepsi?
But I don't. I also... Okay, so I'd
also go Pepsi. I used to like Mountain Dew way more, like when I was...
I've never really liked Mountain Dew.
When I was an indiscriminate age.
But I used to fucking love Pepsi.
Yeah.
I don't really drink soda now.
I don't either. I have it with a cocktail every now and then. I maybe have like 1 soda a month.
Yeah.
Like if I eat fast food, which I just don't anymore... I get a Coke or a Pepsi or whatever they've got. All right, you got the bully's girlfriend, and she's wearing leather and dark lipstick, and she's a bad girl.
Which is...
And then you got Ford's girlfriend. Oh no, who plays?
Sorry, yeah, I didn't mean to like interrupt you.
No, please do.
Jamie Presley. And it's weird because Jamie Presley, in anything else that I've ever seen her in, has really good amount of dialogue, and in this she was just like she's just licking her teeth and like licking her lips, and she's just like it's almost as if they were like, could we include like a 10% of vampire in this film? Yeah that's her. So instead I was like, I'm getting real Blade vibes off of this thing, just without the Whistler and the vampires, you know. I catch you suckheads at a bad time. But that was just like, why couldn't she talk? Was she? She had like 2 lines the entire thing. Did she? I think one of them was like, "Let's go, babe." Yeah, no, now that, okay, yeah, I think she did have like 2 lines. And one time she was like, "Yeah." Well, did she say bitch, or was it the other girl? The blonde girl. Bitch, okay. After she kicked Jamie Presley's ass. Right. On a motorcycle. They were both on motorcycles, but they're not parked or anything. They're like driving 65 miles an hour. And they're also sponsored by Mountain Dew and Pepsi. Because there's like 2... It's like a really long stretch with 2 billboards at each end. One says Mountain Dew and one says Pepsi. So they keep doing these like head-on passes at each other. You know what it would... But they're fighting. They're like... You know what would have been like really fucking cool? Is if it was like a really long skate set. Like a half pipe? Like a really long fucking half pipe. Okay. That they were fighting on with their bikes. Oh, that'd be dope. With the advertisements like up at the top of the fucking half pipes. That'd be cooler than what they did. Yeah. And also if somebody did the stunts instead of doing a weird CGI green screen. I was like, I think it might have been some green screen action and maybe like probably the worst of it. Yeah. But like I said, they tried. This was bold. Like they pulled out all the fucking stops. They tried like hell. Yeah. And it made money, which is good. They impressed the fuck out of us. Yeah. They just needed a writer to make the story make sense. Because it didn't. Yeah. And the writing needs a punch up. What about the ending though Well, wait, before we get any further though, I do want to nominate, and it's just 2 movies, a nomination for consideration at the end of the year. I want to say best worst bike fight. Yeah. Now, if you have the same movie and they're like doing it in cars or on a train or whatever, I'll count it as qualifying for the same award. Oh, okay. I was going to say, how many other But that's movies? How I'm basing the award on best worst bike fight. Yeah. Because it's got to be... With the girl. It's got to be really fun. It's also got to be awful.
and they've got to be fighting on a very impractically fast-moving scenario.
What was there was a point where one of them pulled a knife.
Oh, I thought you were like flipping a hamburger or something.
Dude.
Like I thought it was a spatula.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, she's driving 65 miles an hour and she like flips a butterfly knife like out of her hand, like tosses it up and then catches it while driving 65 miles an hour on a motorcycle. And that's just not how the world works.
You never done that?
No, because you can't. You like once you let go of the knife, it's fucking gone. Like you are exactly whatever fraction of time that it took for the knife to hit the ground, 65 miles per hour, X amount away from that.
She gone.
Yeah, she gone. Try it with your cell phone next time you're going down the highway. Just stick your arm out the window and give your cell phone a little flipsy. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Like a little.
And then catch it. Because it'll go. So Ford has the fastest land vehicle on planet Earth, and it's like the real world's a video game. you know what I mean?
I was getting ready to talk about that. The end of this film was essentially a video game. I don't know how they shot this. I was really confused by the whole sequence. What do you think? I mean, it literally looks like a video game.
They just wanted to take it as far over the top as they possibly could. These motorcycles are moving so fast
through city streets,
through the middle of a city street, that they're shattering the car windows on both sides of the street.
And they're blowing women's dresses.
Mm-hmm. And the road is literally catching on fire.
Yeah.
It's dumb. But I was like, oh, here comes some Nickelback. And then he turns to everybody else and he's like, let's ride. And then there was Nickelback.
And then they actually played Nickelback.
I also called a garbage song that never showed up.
Ah, man, that was
Where that.
Yeah,
I thought it was coming anytime. I was like, there's going to be a girl power scene, which there was. And I was like, they're going to play garbage, but they didn't.
There was the dude bro scene in the beginning of the film was also really awesome.
Which one?
We forgot to talk about that.
The dude
Just
bro
a very
scene.
dude bro scene with chicks and fucking motorbikes.
And there's beer.
They're spraying water all over the
pouring
chicks'
beer. And
titties.
there's tits out.
And there's fucking cars and
Fucking
testosterone.
Fucking, oh God, I think I'm gonna come. The machismo in this is dialed to 14. It is through the roof, and there's mullets, and God, it's so awful. It's charming. I can't not love it.
I loved it
because the camera work is so ambitious. The story is shit, and the dialogue is on the modern day scale. On just a regular movie, just the dialogue, I'd probably give it like a 5, which is pretty good for a terrible movie.
No, dude.
A bunch of it's cheesy. But if you released a movie today with the same dialogue, you could just say it was PG-13 and everybody'd be like, it was fine.
Yeah, I guess. It was pretty bad, though. A lot of it was, I thought. Yeah.
Oh, all of it was bad.
But I enjoyed it.
I didn't think... There was one thing that I saw and I was like, well, that doesn't look terrible. But it was one 1 second clip.
There was something I saw. I think it was just like a backdrop of a sunset that honestly didn't look terrible. Yeah, other than that,
it looked terrible.
It looked awful. But I had so much I'm serious. Like I think I said this like 4 times while we were watching it. I had so much fun. Like I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I had so much fun with this.
The lines in it are great, and I really am considering trying to set up some sort of situation in the next 6 months to a year, maybe, where we can actually record ourselves watching the film also.
Right.
A little more to that as far as the editing and stuff, and I'm new to all this, so...
You and me both, brother.
I'll tell you what, man.
I'll tell you what, we need another beer.
Man, them bikers getting wild.
They get buck wild, brother.
If you were in charge of this, Well, before we get into that, what would you rate this as just a regular movie?
Oh boy.
I'm going to go with like a 3. While it is ambitious, the story is not really well presented.
Just as a movie, yeah. That sounds about where I was going to go.
Think about a 3-pack of thumbs.
Yeah, 3-pack thumbs.
3-pack of thumbs. Total of 6.
Maybe shave like a third of the third thumb.
A third of the third
off.
thumb? Okay.
Like shave it off just like a little bit at the tip, or like even just like the side.
You just take a little fat off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. Yeah, that makes sense.
What do you think as far? Okay, so as a bad movie, how much fun did you have?
It's a 9 for me.
Yeah,
it's a 9 for me. Like I would watch this again.
You want to know what I think?
What do you
9.5, baby.
9.5?
Yeah,
God, that is thick.
So
that's thick as fuck.
9.5 motorcycle shaped thumbs out of a possible 10.
Tech deck fingers.
But thumbs, not fingers.
On a motorcycle.
Yeah, but they're like the thumb itself
is the motorcycle
is shaped as a motor.
Okay,
like
I gotcha.
It just looks like
a motorcycle. Yeah, I would go 9 of those thumbs.
9.
Mm-hmm.
So I would do like 9.5. So you would have like just like one wheel of a crotch rocket. But it'd be on fire. That 9.5. The 9.5 thumb would be on fire.
Okay, yeah, because of friction, because of friction and speed, hot nasty speed. Oh man, it's a delight. If you're into trash cinema, this is one for you. Like
it's so fun.
Put this on your list and check this out because it's a riot. It is a laugh riot. Especially have a couple of drinks with a buddy and check it out. That's all I've got for it. I mean, like we could recast it, but I honestly liked it just the way it is. It was a profitable movie,
right?
If you were gonna do anything, give the script a punch up and get a different director.
Yeah.
I think your cast is probably okay.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean,
you know what I mean? It's 2004. Who else would you get for it in 2004?
Here's the thing.
On that budget.
Ice Cube, before this, he was in fucking Friday. Like, I know he can act.
Yeah.
It's just, with a film like this, they were like, hey.
They're typecasting
Take it up 10 notches.
Yeah, somebody is asking him for multiple takes on this.
And go fucking hard.
I could just imagine somebody that's like, hey, Cube, could you give me a little more urban? Give me a little more urban, Cube. Can you do that for me? You know, just thinking about it. Get your mind on your money and your money on your mind, you know. I'm aware that that's Snoop Dogg. I'm doing a bit.
Go fuck yourself.
I feel like that's what may have happened. Maybe I'm reading into it too much. I don't know. Maybe he is just phoning it in that hard.
It's a fucking extreme film, baby.
It is fucking extreme as fuck. And if you can't handle it, then get off my plane.
Oh. Was there a plane in this?
There
was a train.
If you feed a fish, sometimes the bear eats you. Yeah.
I get, because if you're the fit, wait.
It doesn't matter. Do you have anything? Do you have anything that you'd like to plug?
GoldenEye 007.
I forgot you said you were playing that.
I've seriously been playing GoldenEye 007 on a console. I've been reading Breakfast of Champions by Kurt Vonnegut, and I love Kurt Vonnegut.
What is the Breakfast of Champions? This is long debated. I've heard so many different things. I've heard cocaine and pussy. I've heard bacon and eggs. I've heard cereal and cold milk. And I just don't know.
The Breakfast of Champions.
Tequila and Alka-Seltzer?
No, Daniel. It's 1 peach mango, 8.5 ounce V8 energy drink, and 2 peanut butter cups.
I feel like this is probably not in the book. I feel like maybe you're improving this. I feel like you're just yes-anding me right now, which is okay. But I want you to know that I know.
No, but seriously, I've been reading Kurt Vonnegut's Breakfast of Champions, and I feel like I am in someone's fever dream.
Oh, that's
fun.
fun.
And I love it.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's
I
just
like that.
wild, man.
I've been reading The Drunken Botanist by Amy Stewart.
Yeah, you were telling me that.
Which I sent you some stuff about that. Well, I'll show it to you when we're done here. It is just a delight. It's somebody who, like, imagine like our relationship. If you know how you know me and how I know you. Just imagine if like one of us was a botanist. So you would just always have like fun insights about stuff.
I didn't tell you,
but the whole book is about drinks. It's about the plants that make the world's greatest drinks. Amy Stewart also wrote another book about like deadly edible plants, like just deadly plants.
Huh.
So it's fun. She's just a botanist that likes to have a couple of drinks and be funny.
I like that.
Have you watched anything?
The Defarted.
Yeah, I watched So what did you think about it?
Honestly, sorry. Yes, I watched, and I believe we talked about this. I watched Arctic.
Oh, with Mads Mikkelsen?
And
Hell
it was
yeah.
fucking fantastic,
It's
man.
Tense, man. It is tense for a movie starring two people.
Yeah.
That's it. There's nobody else in it until like the last 30 seconds of the film.
There's one other. I think there's a total. I think is 3 because there's one guy that
he's dead.
Spoiler.
That's what we do here. Fucking get over it.
Go fuck yourself. Hey, go fuck yourself. You fucking.
I'm gonna go have a smoke. You want to smoke? Well, you don't smoke. You one of those health freaks? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. If you haven't seen Arctic, it's on Amazon Prime, I believe. It is fantastic. Mads Mikkelsen is a delight.
Yeah.
The woman, the other person in this film.
The one that's like in a coma for 99% of the movie?
Yeah. I didn't think that I would feel... What am I trying to say here? Sorry.
That is going to be Maria Thelma... Jesus Christ.
That's her last name? Jesus Christ?
No, it's Smaradottir. Smaradottir.
Oh, I know her.
Yeah. Yep. And then there's another guy who plays the pilot who's in it for 2 seconds. Yeah, but it is a great movie. It's like a really good fucking suspense, I guess.
Yeah. And I love films like this because
I love a survival tale of survival.
Not only that, but films that don't have a ton of dialogue. I think I just love that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I picked No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, I like artsy stuff.
Yeah.
Well, most of it. Some of it I don't like. But you ever, like what you like, don't like.
Did
what
you ever
don't
watch?
Like. It's all good.
Nocturnal Animals.
Yeah, I quite liked it.
with
you can't Jill
the Hall, baby.
No, everybody know that.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows it more than Will Bowen, because Will Bowen would suck his dick if he could.
Do you know who directed Nocturnal Animals?
Who directed Nocturnal Animals? Denis Villeneuve?
No, you wish.
Well,
Tom Ford. Do you know who that is?
From Ford versus Ferrari?
Got him. He's a fashion designer.
And he just directed that movie?
Yep. He's directed 2 films. That movie and another one.
What's the other one? Is it of that caliber? Because that's really good.
Right? Let me pull it up. A Single Man, which I hear is really fucking good. Did you watch that?
Check into that. No, I don't think I've seen that. I tell you one that's on my radar I really want to watch is Defy Bloods.
Oh, Defy Blood on is that on Netflix?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think it is. I've
heard a couple things. I saw a few stills and I was like, yeah, this looks cool. I don't know that I would really fix anything else about this. Was there anything else that you have consumed lately that you thought that somebody else might like to know about? Oh, Alicia and I started watching The Flight Attendant on HBO. It's pretty good.
That sounds familiar. Who's in that?
Gosh, I don't know her name.
There's probably not a lot of...
No, it's the girl from that show that everybody likes, Big Bang Theory.
Ugh.
The blonde gal from that. No, it's not like hokey though. It's like an HBO drama. She's a flight attendant and she's an alcoholic. And she goes out on a date with a dude. She wakes up in a swanky hotel room and the guy is dead.
Okay, Kaylee Cuoco?
Yeah.
However the fuck you say that shit.
Yeah. How do you spell it?
Cuoco.
Anyway, doesn't fucking matter. Is there anything else you wanted to tell the good people of Earth?
Be good to each other.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Give plenty of hand jobs.
That's kind.
Because they are important and they do matter. But also go fuck yourself. Because I'm from Boston.
Especially if you're one of those health freaks. Because I'm a cop.
From Boston.
Cop from Boston. You think you know what we do here? You don't fucking know what we do here. Listen to me. Look at me. I'm a fucking cop.
I'm a fucking cop. And why don't you suck my cock?
You guys aren't gonna start sucking each other's dicks, are you?
Let's call that phone talk! We're a one-eyed Batman!
Can I make a suggestion that doesn't involve violence? Or is this the wrong crowd?
Maybe we should call in a bomb threat to Houston. I think it's free beer night at the Astrodome.
We're Jedi, Bob. We don't fight with guns. We fight with our mind.
Cousin business is booming.
That is one big pile of shit.
Jog on.
It's Just Two Movies is a production of Blue Cheese and Bacon Studios and can be found wherever you get your podcasts.
But their bikes are so fast.
Sorry.
What are you doing? That's a good one. Dude, those chairs are the best for ripping parts. I know it. All right, come on. Pull it together.
I can't. I told you.
Yeah, I was raised to be very polite, and I am very polite. It's very easy to be polite.
You're fucking mean to me, though, so what's...
Fuck you.
Hey, guess what?
Wow, keeping that. Okay, let's get back on topic.
No, we shouldn't.